What's up, everybody? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. Today we got some Xfinity Series racing in NASCAR, the Circuit of the Americas. Right and left turns today. Right and left turns from the Circuit of the Americans course in Austin, Texas. Goose Sports in the house. What's up, Goose? Thomas Forbes says, okay, let's get this race going. We're about to. DB laughing about something. Says Ty Gibbs, clown. Ty Gibbs on the pole for today's race. The young 19-year-old, the only person in NASCAR with multiple wins on the season. But that's right, Valhalla Sports Talk. Up in here. The Pit Boss 250 from Circuit of the Americas. 20 turns on this unbelievable course. 11 in the house here. This race is set to go off at 1:30 my time. It's currently 1:14, so about 15 minutes away. What's up, Thomas Forbes? How you doing, buddy? About 15 minutes away from the start of this one. Bam! What's up, everybody? Valhalla Sports Talk on the air. We are 26 subscribers away from 8,000. 26 away from the milestone number 8,000. On the road to 10K, y'all. Bubba Wallace in this race today. Bubba Wallace driving that Dr. Pepper car, number 18. In this race today. As I mentioned, Ty Gibbs on the pole. He's got Ross Chastain right there with him. Ross Chastain will be there right there with him on that front row. Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger make up row 2. Labby and Sheldon Creed make up rows 3. But we've got some road course ringers in here. 3 stages in today's race. First stage, 14 laps. 46 total laps for this race today. 46 total laps. All right, let's listen in.
Welcome to the Americas. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right, PRN went right through a commercial as soon as I turned it on, y'all. But 10 in the house here. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk, a little Saturday afternoon NASCAR racing. The Xfinity Series from the Circuit of the Americas. Let's get it going. I watched the truck race just ended here just shortly, just a few minutes ago. Kyle Busch was leading that one late, but did not end up winning the race. What's up, QC? What's up, dude? What's going on, man? So I was perusing YouTube this morning and looking at what was getting views early on a Saturday morning, and holy crap, F1 racing gets unbelievable views on YouTube. So I might mess around tonight and try to get a setup done in time to do the F1 race tomorrow. QC says, nice hat. It's my Valhalla hat, my man. I got 3 different ones of these, QC. I got a purple, I got a white, and a black. What's up, Larry Napier? All right, Mod Squad, attention to the Mod Squad. I went into the Valhalla Sports Talk prison yesterday and released a number of the inmates. A number of the inmates in Valhalla Sports Talk prison were released back into the public. So, heads up. Second chances issued. What's up, Larry? 16 in the house, about 10 minutes to go before this thing gets started. All right, let's listen in on the race coverage here.
Heading to 32. But Voyager steps up to the plate and says, Lander, we want to back you. We want to support you. company at the time. They're a crypto brokerage platform. Went to them and just said.
So we got another car with a cryptocurrency on it.
So they gave it a try.
We know what happened the last time here when that occurred.
Our sponsorship was when Voyager really saw a benefit out of being in NASCAR. And so Voyager's like, hey, let's step this up. What does it take to take the performance to the next level?
Larry says, I'm just chilling out, man. Me too, man. Me too. So again, first stage is 14 laps. As I mentioned, Ty Gibbs is the pole sitter today.
And clearing your heads, you never know what you can come up with.
No, not all of them, Madison. Not all of them got second chances. I just picked a few of them. I would say about 30 of them got released from Valhalla prison.
Honestly, it's a soothing, calming environment.
Honestly, I think that us and Regan and everyone watching thinks that's pretty weird. It's pretty awkward.
Let's talk about Landon though for a minute. He's been around, obviously.
All right, let's go to the raw feed here.
The career he's put together.
Well, 13 years in the
Bring our light bar up.
He's only 32 years old.
Bam.
A long time. The majority of his career, he's been with an underfunded team, and he talked about running 15.
We got any drivers that take up 2 lines? Nope. So let's move this down to a top 3 only.
At the beginning, and then you don't have it, you appreciate it more. So I wish him the best.
Yeah, and I like what I'm seeing there. You've got some drivers and teams that started off strong, and now they're starting to nose over there.
How's the audio? You guys hearing me? Are you hearing the television okay?
Consecutive top 10 finishes, including that 5th place finish at Atlanta. They're trending in the right direction as they're building this foundation.
Track condition warm as we got 15 up in here.
In there. You need to pay up probably on that. All right, let's talk about the USFL. They took over Birmingham, Alabama this week as players and coaches began preparation.
Yep, USFL getting ready to launch, y'all. Next month, they'll launch that brand new football league.
Started this innovative new league. The inaugural season kicks off on April 16th.
I'm just not going to have enough time to do any of that USFL stuff, y'all. No way.
Miss it, airing on both Fox and NBC. Coming up here on Race Day, Regan once again busy. Next, he's going to check in with road course ace AJ Allmendinger.
There we go, AJ Allmendinger.
Stay with us.
All right, so we go to a commercial break. We should be getting towards the invocation and the national anthem here shortly. All right, I've got something going on here where my stream isn't showing up in the search again. I don't know, y'all. It shows up when you do a search for NASCAR, though, so that's good. We should get some folks up in here. But we are exactly 25 away from 8,000. Madison says the audio is good. I saw that, Larry, that the video yesterday. I watched it this morning about them predicting that Chicagoland Speedway is probably gone. What's up, Evan Hudden? What's up, Evan? Welcome to the show. Chicagoland wasn't even that old, was it? I seem to remember, didn't Harvick win the opening race at Chicagoland? Wasn't he the first ever winner at Chicago? All right, 122 is the time locally. 122. It looks like it's a beautiful day in Texas. Thomas is rooting for them JR Motorsports cars today, preferably the 9 of Noah Gragson. No, it wasn't Harvick that won the initial one there? No, I think so. 13 in the chat, y'all. Share this out on your social media. I don't know what happened with the current members number on your screen there. That's why it's reading 0. I looked it up today and it said that we still had 18 members on the channel. I'm not sure why that's not populating. It might be having issues. And nobody likes to see a big old fat zero right there. Mike Cedillo checks in and says, "Hi, Berserkers. The Bruins choked. I saw they lost last night." Larry wants them to bring back Rockingham. I think a lot of people want to see Rockingham brought back. All right, let's listen in. Austin, Texas.
Well, the sights and sounds of Austin, Texas, and there's a guy who's always strong when it comes to the road courses. AJ
Allmendinger will be in that 16 car today.
Expectations for today's race. He's standing by.
I got some cheese sticks rolling up in here. Thank you, dear.
The road course races. We always look for this guy, AJ Allmendinger. You always find your way to the front of these races, always very fast. Another challenge today, though. Ty Gibbs, a fast race car. What's that duel going to
Some mozzarella sticks, y'all.
First of all, I hope it's a duel, because from what he did in qualifying, it's not going to be a duel. But now we've worked hard. Not really where we really wanted.
Allmendinger's 40 years old from Los Gatos, California. He's starting 4th on the grid today
Well, wait, see, this
in that Chevrolet.
as the truck race just proved, anything can happen. Late race restarts. It's
20 in the house. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing, the Pit Boss 250 from Circuit of the Americas
if we're there.
road course. We're turning right and left. 20 turns at this course.
Something happening, Caitlin. I got to mention AJ fully.
Much better weather than last year for these races. Last year it was a downpour the entire weekend.
Oh yeah, we know.
This year it's sunny. Cars still have windshield wipers on them today, and they also have rain tires available in the pits should the weather turn bad. But that is not predicted in any way.
Road course, he's as good as anybody on a road course, and if you think about his background in open wheel, they did a lot of that growing, throughout their career. And we talk
I'll try
about
to
people
turn this off and
embracing
on. Maybe that'll
team races
reset
because
it.
he's had so much success at it. And the thing about AJ is when you come to a road course, he expects to win, and I think anything less than that will be disappointing to him.
But they've been a threat every single race so far in these first 5 races of 2022. He's led
Try to
laps
do
in 4 of the
this.
5. Started off with 2nd at Daytona, 3rd at Atlanta last week. All top 10 finishes. So you take that kind of momentum. What a better place to
Yeah, I don't know why that's showing a 0,
What do you
y'all.
think of the body work he's put together so far this season, AJ?
Yeah, he's been. I mean, like Larry said, he's been so.
I think I'm just gonna block it out rather than look at the 0 all day long.
And he's proved that he can do that multiple times. The big thing for me with AJ is about they want to win a championship, and they've got to get better at Phoenix.
Actually, don't. I'll see if it comes back up.
But going to a place like Phoenix, he's got to be able to prove he can win.
Yeah, you just think about road courses with AJ in the Xfinity Series. 18 starts. Yeah, he's got 6 wins. 15 top 5 finishes. How do you even do
Who we rooting for in the chat today? Who's your driver? I saw one say that he wanted that 9 car to win. I'm rooting for Ty Gibbs, personally.
If he doesn't have an issue, he's going to be there and be challenging.
I'd like to see Ty Gibbs do well. I'd like to see that Stuart Haas entry do well.
He'll be going.
Yeah, well, we're going to see how it plays out. AJ might win today's race, and he might also win tomorrow's Cup race. The action, it starts right here on FS1 with race day beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then flip over to
Larry says road courses aren't my favorite.
the race coverage, and of course, the race as well.
Yeah, cheese stick and onion rings are good together, no doubt.
Free chance at Clip Boyer's Money. Scan the QR code and download.
You know, we haven't tried to make onion rings in the air fryer. We'll have to do that.
Of tomorrow's race for your shot at $10,000, guys. Who doesn't want that? Last week.
I'll have to find some good onion rings in a bag and see if we try those in the air fryer.
Absolutely right. So drivers are getting situated for the race today. Larry, who are you going to be watching here?
Larry's rooting for that number 68 car, the 68 car. Brandon Brown in that Chevy.
Daytona road course a year ago.
Yeah, not too bad. He's starting to be
Robert Neldon is rooting for AJ.
Yeah, Daniel Hemrick, last year's champion season started pretty deep in the field.
If the pass is any indicator, he'll be right up front the whole day,
A
huh?
little bit of work to do today, though.
Yeah, we know he'd love to get a win. What about this one?
Riley Herbst.
That kid's there's Riley Herbst with some Monster Energy drink, girls.
I'm finding last year ended up finishing 4th at Atlanta last week.
I bet that date he canceled doesn't like that umbrella.
3,000 plus 3,000 for Riley Herbst to win this race.
Too much. Okay, what about the victory. Who do we believe can get the win out there today? I'm going first since I went last.
You're the host. You're supposed to go last, right?
Not today.
All right, here we go. The picks.
Ladies first.
You go last because you presume.
T. Van rooting for AJ Allmendinger as well. A lot of people like AJ Allmendinger. I like him too.
Season, really, I think Ty Gibbs, that he can get back-to-back wins. I feel like Ty is always a threat.
I think it'd be wild if Gibbs got another win, though.
This is for him today. What do you think, Larry?
Well, I'm going to go with the obvious. I don't know what else to say.
This is Gibbs' first race at Coda.
AJ Allmendinger. AJ Allmendinger, absolutely. He second to Kyle Busch a year ago. Kyle Busch is not in the race. He ran the truck race. AJ goes to victory lane.
Left me a lot here, huh?
Howard Johnson checks in, says, I hope Kyle and Bubba come in first today. That's not possible.
Maybe have a sleeper right here. I'm going to go with Cole Custer. I like it. He's batting 1,000. Only ran one race.
Oh, I think they'd be good.
Win it.
Madison, I think they'd be good.
Qualified third. Not only today.
The air fryer makes everything crispy.
Have a little extra track time. I think he might pull it off.
All right. One thing that we've heard the drivers talk about a little bit is the heat. This is the first time we've probably had to deal with that all season long, truthfully.
Have a good day, buddy.
How do the drivers adapt to that?
Yeah, I always felt like road courses were the worst. You don't really have any time to relax. You're constantly shifting, doing something.
Doing that, drinking water.
Getting a chug of water. No racing never disappoints. But yeah, the heat at road courses is as bad as it gets. And this is also the first hot race they're going to have this year. And that always seems to be worse because your body's not acclimated to it.
So has anyone been to this track?
It didn't dawn on me.
Has anyone been to Coda? Because that huge tower that they have,
This racetrack is wide.
I'm assuming that thing must have an elevator to the top.
Flag will restart. By the time they get up to the top of the hill,
I know it's got stairs, but I assume it must have an elevator.
one thing
Could you imagine trying to walk up that thing?
Have a calm race, and then a voice will come in that driver's helmet. 10 to go, and the wires just start sparking inside the helmet. They just start losing their
Did you have sparking wires on the road
I don't know
courses?
that I had any sparking wires, but it does get a little bit intense as you get to the end. And the thing about this track is it widens out, especially into turn one. It gives you a lot more opportunity to have sparked wires.
I'm a little worried about calling this race because for me at least, it's impossible to tell where they're at on the track
I can't even
most of the
There's
time.
a lot on everyone's plates, really.
20 turns, that's insane.
The crew chief, the pit crew, everyone.
Turn one, though, is pretty crazy. They go uphill from the start-finish line, then they have to make that huge left, and they're usually about 5 or 6 wide, and when they come out of it, they're like 2 wide.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm going to go off screen for the invocation and the national anthem. I'll be right back.
As the Austin and Travis County Emergency Medical Services Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as President of Pit Boss Grills, Jeff Thiessen, offers today's invocation.
Heavenly Father, we're thankful for your many blessings. Thank you for this beautiful day you blessed us with. Lord, we thank you for this wonderful country and the freedoms that we can enjoy here. Lord, we pray for peace in the Ukraine and wisdom for our leaders. We pray for a safe day on the track for these young men. We just pray that you give them a wonderful time. We thank you again for your great love for us. Praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Here to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Christian recording artist Peyton Keller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight hold the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rocked like the bombs bursting, and gave proof through the night that our flag was still alive. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
right, y'all, I'm back.
They'll be with you for the race.
Quick commercial break and we'll get to it. Yep, Keselowski did get fined and lost points, all kinds of stuff. Uphill climb. He's almost got to win a race now to have a chance to make the playoffs. They will appeal that decision to NASCAR. But we know how the NASCAR appeals go. Not usually very well. Berserkers. $25 up in here. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like. We'll be back tomorrow for NASCAR Cup Series racing. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, Cup Series racing on the channel tomorrow. There might be a surprise F1 stream tomorrow. Well, I've got the sneezes, y'all. I'm not sure why. Madison says, to be honest, they didn't know NASCAR had the playoffs. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That was a change, what, about 4 or 5 years ago? All right, let's hook up Thor here. What's Cohen Gamer TV? What's up, man? What's up? Yep, crew chief fined 6 weeks. Mike says B-League racing is the future. They took it off TSN. That's the TV station in Canada, right? Cohen Gamer? RM, I'm a Valhalla boy. What's up, RM? They replaced the racing with lacrosse. Woo! They would probably riot in the United States if someone did that. All right, let's get back to it.
The goal is still the same.
Stephen Curry says, you are in Roach's stream. Am I still in there? I can't still be in there, I don't think. Austin, Texas, y'all.
It's another Saturday.
Yeah!
NASCAR doubleheader on FS1.
Little NASCAR racing from Austin, Texas. The Pit Boss 250.
And we welcome you into the broadcast booth where we're going to keep it weird in Austin, no doubt about it. With Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, I'm Adam Alexander. This is your first trip of the year, so welcome.
Thank you.
And it's our first road course event of the campaign. The first of
I always thought Kurt Busch was a weird guy to have on TV because he's kind of a weird guy in general.
spots, if you will.
Absolutely. Well, turn one is obviously the number one hot spot. The first one you come to, it's way uphill. You can brake super deep. But when you get to the top of the corner, it's flat. The car loses all its grip. Then you roll down into turn two.
Yeah, that was my driver,
3,
Michael.
4, 5, and 6. This is artwork. If you
Can't show the footage here, bro. You cannot show the race footage. I'll have a stat screen that shows you the running order.
8, 9. This is where you're trying to.
But YouTube will not let you show the actual race footage without getting you in trouble.
Another braking zone. Yeah, and then a passing zone as well.
Even Hudden checks in, says, how you doing today, Valhalla? Valhalla Sports Talk fan for life. Appreciate you, Evan.
Going straight away all the way down to turn 12, which leads into another great passing zone, all the way down to 40 miles an hour or so in turn 12, into what I call the slow spots, through there, into what I call the carousel.
So when they go by that big, tall tower, they're in 16, 17, and 18 are the turns. So I can remember that a little bit.
Over to the right where you're trying to corner around the left-handers.
But they go every which way but loose at this track, y'all. 20 different turns,
on corner exit, and then down the...
The track itself is over 3 miles long.
Talk about the guys behind the wheel. Who are drivers to watch today, Joey?
Well, you got quite a few. You got a lot of Cup drivers looking to get experience today for tomorrow, but you also have the regulars. Ty Gibbs is probably one that stands out, right? He's been hot all year long. Puts it on the pole again. Hard not to look at him.
Yeah, with Chastain breaking an axle last year, he wants some redemption.
Yeah, the stage system is kind of weird.
In the rain with some damage. There's guys that really...
You know, Larry, though, when you think about it, it's the exact same thing as it was before.
And run up front all day.
You just know when it's going to happen now. Before, they would just, when they got spread out, they would throw a caution for debris, and there would be no debris.
Green momentarily. Right now, we're going trackside to get the command of fire engines in Austin.
Now at least you know when it's going to occur.
All right, race fans.
No cold beer today, Brian. I'll probably have some beers tomorrow.
Here to give the command, Pit Boss Grills Chief Operating Officer Jordan Thiessen.
All right, let's see how these guys do. A couple guys that work for Pit Boss.
Drivers, start your engines! Woo!
Now you got to get into it, man. You got to get into it. Somebody give me the mic.
The stars are out. It's a
Cohen says Ty Gibbs is a future Cup Series champion. I really like the kid. I really do.
When we come back on FS1.
Larry hates the new point systems. All right, our last commercial break before they get these cars rolling around the track. Brian just going to have him a cold stag. There you go, buddy. Larry says Kyle Petty threw this padding from his seat out at Talladega. Well, that's what they used to do in NASCAR. You know, whenever they thought, okay, this is getting kind of boring, let's go ahead and throw a caution here. They would say it was debris on the track. At least with the stages, you know when it's going to occur, and it's partially, you know, you can at least plan on it. You know what I mean? And they race at the end of the stages. You notice that, too. People take chances for them extra bonus points. Thomas says the thing I don't like now is if the race gets rained out, when whoever's leading at the halfway point wins instead of finishing the race the next day. Yeah, that's true. They do that. But they've pretty much always done that too, though. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they've always done that. If the race was past halfway, they rarely would go to the next day. It's all about money, y'all. It's all about them dollar bills, y'all. It's all about the money. Once the fans leave the track, that track isn't making money. And if you delay it to the next day, about 50% of your attendees are not coming back. Larry says, bring NASCAR back to Nashville Fairgrounds. All right, so 46 total laps today. 46 total. I believe the first stage is 15 laps. Share this out on your social media, though, if you know some NASCAR fans, y'all. When we kicked this thing off, we were 25 away from 8,000. Now we're 23 away. All right, let's get back to it.
Today, the city of Austin becomes the city of NASCAR.
So, a little weird fact. You all know that I'm a Viking fan, right? My channel is Valhalla Sports Talk because of the Vikings. This track, the Coda track, was financed by the former owner of the Minnesota Vikings, Red McCombs. hated him as the owner of the Vikings.
You can call it Austin, you can call it Circuit of the Americas, or you can simply call it Coda.
But Austin, Texas is a growing community.
This is one of the best places to go racing. And what a perfect afternoon it is. Fox weather, 89 degrees, a slight breeze.
89 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour winds, sunny. Track temperature 113 degrees.
Not just the fans are out, the stars are out in this race. A lot of cup flavor, including your teammate, Kurt.
All right, so Cup drivers participating today include Bubba Wallace,
Today,
Allmendinger.
is when he made his first ever Xfinity start driving for the coach. It's great to have him back. And as you take a look at our
Salvador Chavez says, I can't wait for the MLB season. Did you guys see last night? Did you see last night?
this afternoon.
Yeah, let's
My guy Will Smith, 3-run shot to tie that game.
Bush, Joey Logano, Adam Alexander here in the Fox Sports 1 booth.
Freddie Freeman got his first touchdown, or first home run as a Dodger.
Going out there having some fun, Xfinity style. This is.
All right, they're interviewing Bubba Wallace right now.
What's your strategy today?
Track condition warm, cars rolling out on the track at Coda. Larry says we hated Bud Adams.
The opportunity presented itself, so appreciate Dr. Pepper, JGR coming together, making this deal happen, getting me into a nice full Toyota.
So that track scanner thing that I tried to purchase last week didn't activate the entire last weekend. And then this morning during the truck race, it wasn't working either. When I would go into like my profile, it would say that I purchased it, but it wouldn't give me access to the stuff. So I canceled that shit today.
I don't know what it is about the Xfinity Series and Bubba Wallace here. He was in the broadcast booth.
Salvador saw Will Smith's home run. 52 in Missouri, pretty windy today.
But we have one more.
Larry's a Chipper Jones fan.
Joey, I think you should handle that.
I know this guy very well. My spotter, Coleman Presley, he's up somewhere. Coleman, where are you?
Hey, Joey, I'm starting here in turn 1 today on the primary spotter stand. Today we're going to use 3 spotters on this 3-mile course. We're going to have our primary guy here in turn 1 watching the restarts.
All right, so most teams apparently have 3 spotters there at Echo Park.
When they go back down the hill into turn 2, we got to get you single file as quick as we can to make time through these S's. At that point, you'll get to your second spotter over in turn 10. He's going to be the one watching for those dive bombs. 37 in the house. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk coverage of NASCAR Xfinity Series racing. It's the Pit Boss 250 from the Circuit of the Americas today. Joe Gibbs, Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain on the front row for this one. Doing it and watching action.
Coleman has been given the license to drive our
We're turning right and left.
all around the track.
We've got drones flying over the field.
Daytona, and I know he's going to bring some great insight here today. Cars out on track rolling around this 3.41 mile layout.
3.41, so almost 3.5 miles, y'all.
With Jamie Little. Good afternoon, Jamie.
Good afternoon, Double A. Yes, Ty Gibbs, 19 years old once again. Now he's on the pole. Came off a win last week. His crew chief, Chris Gale. Chris at 19. I mean, it's no fluke. This kid is good week in and week out.
What's up, Outdoor Matt? What's up, my man?
I think it's just a hyper.
Listen, y'all, hit the like. Hit the like. That's what gets it up in the YouTube algorithm. Let's get some race fans up in here,
But he hadn't had any laps though this weekend, right? So he had 3 laps in practice.
I'll get you to the alternate screen, the running order screen, as soon as it becomes active, y'all.
On the final round, trying to get that pole that I was first one to the call.
Ty Gibbs rolling them Interstate Batteries colors today.
Hit those marks.
They just happen to match with the Monster colors, so
46 laps of focus here will get us in victory lane with this Interstate Batteries Camry.
All right, Ty Gibbs, 19, first time here at Coda. He's going for win number 3 on the season. Regan.
as I mentioned early in the stream, Ty Gibbs currently the only driver in all of the NASCAR series that has multiple wins on the young season,
So good on these
with 2.
This is Chris Rice, team president. How much pressure is
And he follows that up with a pole
having a guy like AJ in the race car?
position for today's race. His first time at this track.
There was a ton of pressure on us when we started Daytona. Like Justin Haley does at all the speedways, AJ Allmendinger does it at all the road courses, but he's made people like Landon Castle.
Robert Rothberg checks in, says, hello, Mr. Valhalla. Are you prepared for the Giant Dodger rivalry? I'm prepared, Robert.
Cool, because he's driving a new Connect Solutions car today.
I am prepared, my man.
And I love the pressure.
But welcome to the stream.
And it keeps him smiling and it keeps him corralling all these teams and focused on what's going on out here.
You said corralling. We're in Austin, Texas. Pun intended from Regan Smith. We're ready to roll. all in Austin, Texas. Stay with us live on FS1.
All right, so they're going to go to one last commercial, come back, and we'll be going green, y'all. Oh, I forgot that Smith just tied that. That's correct, Cohen. That's correct. Smith just tied it with his win in the Truck Series today. That's correct. Disco Steve says, I live near Watkins Glen, and I can't wait for August. Is that when they come to Watkins Glen? You were Jason and the Scorchers? Robert says, even though you're not a Giants fan, you still have a giant heart. Daw. Change that lighting a little bit so I don't look so red. Viking Jerome says, howdy, Valhalla. Hey, Robert. Throws the tomato at him immediately. 44 up in here. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing, the Pit Boss 250 from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Green flag about to go. Green flag about to wave. We're still in the last commercial break. Austin, Texas, Michael Cedillos. Austin, Texas, the Circuit of the Americas is the name of the racetrack. Just shy of 3.5 miles, 20 turns, right and left this weekend for the NASCAR Xfinity and Cup Series boys. Disco Steve says, who's going to win today? I think Ty Gibbs is going to win today. I don't know, though. A rookie, man. You figure he's going to make a mistake.
You remember all the corners. How many corners it's easy to...
Probably AJ.
Go back this year with the success that we had last year, but more importantly, having a notebook now will be really beneficial.
Tough to stay with your right. Turning right.
You know, it's funny, Bub was on that reel because I mentioned he was in the booth with us last year, and he shared the story that he came here for MotoGP in 2014.
I want to know if there's an elevator in that big tower.
I said, I'll opt for the moped. I'm not going to do the track walk.
Or if there's only one way to get up there, and that's by walking them stairs.
Today, I learned, Kurt, that you were out there on a scooter. So
Cohen Gamer TV says, I agree with you. Ty will win today.
4-1 miles, and you will get tired just walking around and writing down notes. It's not getting tired. It just takes forever to make sure you're really going into detail with how much this track has to offer and how much you can find speed out there when you really get into detail.
I must have broke a lot of rules last night.
All right, cheese sticks are done.
Well, ask forgiveness.
He is Thomas.
Our onboard cameras right with AJ Allman.
Disco hype for Cole Custer today. Custer rolling off third.
Is carrying the Baja Vita on board today. Top 5 for him last week at Atlanta after being 2 laps down. We'll ride with Jeff Burton this afternoon as well. It's the state water heaters on board. Jeff rolled off 20th this afternoon.
All right, again, I can't recognize these turns on site, y'all, so I'll do the best I can. I think they're turning down the main stretch towards the start-finish line right now.
His heart rate throughout the race. It is
the dinger will win, says Larry. The first game I'll do is the Dodgers opening game on the 9th, I believe, is it? Or on the 8th. They don't play the first day, they play the second day.
Throughout this race today, because there's moments that it's very, very intense, and really the whole race is very intense through certain parts of the racetrack for sure.
Howard wants Bubba to win.
wearing the heart rate monitor. I wonder as he starts in the back.
I think Bubba rolls off 15th.
Custer's who's up front, right? I'm guessing, maybe not.
I don't think so. I think if you're in the back, you have a second to breathe, watch things kind of unfold in front of you, and then pick a lane to go. Where you're up front, it's intense right off the bat.
So apparently I don't know what I'm looking at because here we go. They just turned.
Starting in the top 10 today, looking for their first career victory. Front row, Ty Gibbs, Ross Chastain. You see the race analysis, 14 laps.
All right, here we go. They're lined up.
We are green and circuit up the America.
Green flag at Coda.
Turn 1, this is all about.
Boom.
Go 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide. Barreling down into turn 1.
Yes. Can I get a 6? Can I get a 7?
Oh my goodness.
We're going to get a lot of contact.
They're like 5 wide when they get into that first turn every time.
And up front. But back here, this is a hornet's nest.
And this is where it gets.
All right, we've already got a new leader.
You want to get single file through here because 2 wide is very slow.
I think that's Chastain to the lead.
But you want to get that position.
We understand the start is under review, so we might go back and take a look at that. We'll await word from NASCAR. In the meantime, Ross Chastain jumps out of the 92, grabs the top spot in the pole.
So it's Chastain, Gibbs, and I'm not sure who that third car is, as they're overhead with a drone.
You got a good rhythm going early. You can start to check out, and that's what Chastain's trying to do. But Ty Gibbs, the kid just continues to impress.
What's up, Jorge Gomez?
Back there, this is it. Turn 11. This is where a lot of passes happen. But
Larry grew up across Cumberland River from State Water Heaters. There you go.
They have position right here, but that.
We're on lap 1 of 46, y'all.
Outside. Have more momentum. And they got, I don't know, how long is this straight? It feels like a mile long. You got a ton of time to try to keep that momentum and get a position.
They're still showing Gibbs as the leader, but it's obvious that it's currently Chastain. They just haven't got to the start-finish line.
0.6 of a mile.
That's true, Robert. It's the cross you bear. Those tomatoes are the cross that you bear.
To turn 12 and then back down to first gear.
All right, so let's see the start here.
And being posted here back in the pack is the 28 of Patrick Gallagher. You can't pull out a line before the start-finish line.
All right, so the 28 gets in trouble. He was way back there, though.
different motorsports to just follow the protocol early.
This gives you an idea how long this track is, though, that they're still showing Gibbs as the leader. Again, it's a 3.5 miles, just shy of 3.5 miles. It takes about 2.5 minutes to get around the track.
See some damage on the 8 there, Josh Berry, a minute ago.
So your running order should change when they come past start finish.
Yesterday, Josh, a late model racer, doesn't exactly translate to a place like this. And that's Miguel Paludo.
Yeah, sometimes it clicks with road racing, and then sometimes it doesn't. You have to work your way through it.
I'm thinking this is the last turn towards the start finish.
That's his way up with finding the traction and finding the speed. But this is just a braking zone down into 12, and lots of cars in one spot.
All right, so the 88 went around. It takes a lot for there to be a full course caution here, though. It takes a lot for there to be a full course caution. That PUBG car, number 8, has heavy damage on the hood.
Where you're going, like we said,
It's Chastain, Gibbs, Allmendinger are your top 3.
you get stacked up on top of each other. All it takes is one driver to make a mistake, and you're stacked up on the car in front of you, and you knock the nose off.
Marshall Baldwin says, I'm in Ontario, Canada, and I can't find the race on any channel. Anyone else having trouble? I'm with Congeco. Thanks.
Speedway. Is this merged the two together? Is that
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then you can
Cohen Gamer reported that they switched it with lacrosse.
some tight corners.
Uh-oh, the 99 car is off course. He gets it turned around and going again.
Kevin Parsons off track in the 99.
You know, to play off the
Chastain his lead is 1.25 seconds over Gibbs. 2.45 seconds over Allmendinger, who's in third.
99. Just sliding off right through the S's there. I don't know if there's contact or not.
Yeah, turn 6 is tough. It's off camber. You're trying to get
46 in the house. Welcome to each and every one of you, and appreciate you joining us here on Valhalla Sports Talk.
Yeah, again, like all the road courses have their unique personalities, and then they have their braking zones that you have.
That young Ty Gibbs now has 6 career wins.
The driver is super busy on road courses, and when you find that right rhythm, then all parts of the track seem to talk to each other, and then it's not so stressful.
Well, on top of that, there's places that they repaved the racetrack in parts that's on old asphalt. So you're going through different grip levels on top of that. So you're bouncing off curves. Like you see AJ coming off here in turn 19 into turn 20. Over those curves, guys that downshift to first.
Algier has moved up to 7th. He's 5.5 seconds back. Gregson in 8th. You see Bubba Wallace in 9th. Daniel Hemrick in 10th.
Tire wear too. You might change up your game when the tires start to drop off.
You mentioned the nuances of a road course.
Come on, Gregson, says Thomas Forbes.
Rhythm is so big too, and you go back to last.
All right, they're on board with Cole Custer here.
For today are drivers that are doing well.
Custer running in 4th.
An opportunity to find that rhythm.
Doesn't have a lot of traffic around him. He's going through the S's right now. He's 24 years old from Ladero Ranch, California. He's got 10 career wins in the Xfinity Series.
Big thing is not the 140 to 150. His baseline is 70, so it is very much.
Heart rate, they're saying, is up to 146 beats per minute. His baseline was 70.
Up front every week in this Xfinity Series, making his first start today at Coda, but damage early on the June.
All right, less than a second now is the lead for Chastain over Gibbs. Gibbs trying to reel him in. That PUBG number 9 car is on pit road for repairs.
You can make an extended stop, maybe stay on the lead lap.
43 in the chat.
Perhaps more damage for other cars. The door could be open for.
Madison says, I don't know any of these guys. I don't know many of them, Madison. I just know like guys that have been in Cup and obviously Gibbs. Some of the road ringers too. Pardee, I've seen him before. Parker Klingerman, I think I've seen him in trucks a number of times.
Today, and now the Xfinity race had issues with his cool suit, so he's got a whole lot going on. Kind of a scary.
All right, that seven car is around. He gets it going again, but he's going to lose a few spots there.
He's got a long road to hoe here, and I hope he makes it all through all right.
Algier, who is on our overlay today.
In our sport. And when you're running 2 races at a time, that's big. Let's see what happened here.
Wow, Algier gets turned around by Gregson of all people.
It's finished where they should have. Last week they weren't satisfied. They did so good early this year. Maybe seeing some early frustration.
Howard says Bubba's an excellent driver and coming up fast.
Well, it's not a real long race. 46 laps. It's a long track. It's 3.41 miles.
Disco Steve says Algier. Yep.
There's not much opportunity to do.
All right, Ty Gibbs now, right on the bumper of Chastain. He's going to go inside of him through this next turn here and take the lead.
Turn 1.
He was very patient, the 19-year-old.
We're on lap 4 of 14 in stage 1, 4 of 46 for the entire race. And the young rookie, first time here, goes back to the lead at Coda.
Chastain in the 92, I just chatted with him before we got in the car. He's like, this deal came together on Monday. He's like, anytime somebody asks me to drive their race car on Saturday.
Yeah, that does suck. You guys can't watch it live in Canada there.
It certainly helps as he continues to get pressure from behind. Here comes AJ Allmendinger.
Mario Gosselin, the car owner's got 2 in the top 5. Chastain is 2nd. Alex LeBay is 5th. And this is quite the battle at the front. Throw a blanket over the top.
So I was watching some of the practicing yesterday, and these drivers have been warned that they have to keep at least 2 tires on the ground. As weird as that sound. Uh-oh. Gibbs kind of misjudges a corner there, and you've got Chastain side by side for the lead. Gibbs comes back out.
He thought about it for a second. He's getting in the mirror, getting in their head.
I think they've got a left-hander coming up. So Chastain has the advantage. Gibbs right to his bumper, and Allmendinger right there with him now, too. We've got 3 cars, the top 3 cars, nose to tail. All right, Gibbs overdrives that corner, and that gives Allmendinger the room he needs, and now we got A.J. Allmendinger to the lead of the Pit Boss 250.
That's best ever. On road courses in the Xfinity Series. That's that road course knowledge to know these two are just going to walk.
So it's Allmendinger, Gibbs, Chastain, your top 3. Custer, Labby, Creed, and Wallace through 7. And Hemrick, Hill, and Gregson, your top 10.
Yeah, this is that transition point of raw speed, and now things turn into what do you have for the long run?
Steve Hooten says, dang, Toyota's taking the lead. Come on, Ross.
Overhead shot. This is going into 12, right, Joey? And just the way he's watching this, the way he got in the mirror and trying to juke with him, I'll take it from here, Joe.
Yeah, he's just setting him up right here, and he's watching the 54 go in there really shallow, knowing he's going to...
54 moves up the track there and takes the 92 out of the way there, and that's what allowed Allmendinger to take the lead.
16 said nah. Bye-bye. There's a Texas wrench right there. That's that clean. That was a bit push. This is a little forced.
All right, we're headed to a commercial break as they are jousting in the infield at Coda. Medieval jousting in the infield at Coda. For real, they were in like jousting gear, hammering on one another. All right, I want to. Your screen's going to mess up a little bit on that top 3 side for a minute because I want to check something out real quick. Okay. I hope Chastain yeets Gibbs and trashes his shit, says John P. What's up, John? What's up, John? Howard says, I spent a lot of time in Canada, love poutine, and one of the frustrations besides having everything in English and French is the inability to get most good TV. King Yellowman up in here, Good morning, King Yellowman. Good morning, sir. Steve Hooten says, wow, Joe Gibbs will be happy if Ty Gibbs wins today, says Bill. Truth. Truth. We're in our first commercial break on lap 4 of 42. Green flag condition. We're 11 minutes, 26 seconds into the race. The average speed is 85.40. The last fast speed was 89.183. So they get going up to like 160, 170 miles an hour on the straightaways, but some of these turns they are taking at 33 to 35 miles an hour. Steve says, I'm for anyone but the 54 car. It's always winning races. I'm rooting for Gibbs. I'm still wondering why they're medieval jousting in the infield there at Coda. There's like a whole carnival in the middle there, y'all. Whole carnival, like camping area, all that stuff looks real cool. It's in Austin, Texas. .45 up in here. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of NASCAR Xfinity Series racing.
Halfway point, stage 1 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. It's Circuit of the Americas. It is the...
All right, 9 laps to go here in stage 1.
That's 1.
It's Allmendinger, Gibbs, Chastain.
Raised more than $12 million for the American Red Cross to support their mission of providing aid and resources, including food, water, medical supplies, and housing support to people in Ukraine.
I know there's some hate out there for this young Ty Gibbs, but you got to give him credit, y'all. He's already won 2 races. He is sitting less than a half second. He's actually right on the bumper of A.J. Allmendinger, who's considered one of the best road course racers in the nation.
Say Ross Chastain doesn't go away, because I think Ty Gibbs playing by the same rules here.
Yes, and he is, we've said this already, he's racing one of the best here at A.J. Allmendinger.
I was pretty happy they signed that Zadarius Smith. I hope he plays like he did 2 years ago for the Packers.
Obviously, able to keep making.
What about you, Bill? What did you think about it?
Practice, right? Something we got to remember that these drivers are still getting better as they figure out the racetrack, the little nuances, what they're.
All right, we are on board with Allmendinger here.
Time to practice these days. So when you come to a track like this, there's a little bit of cat and mouse when someone gets out front and you see where they're stronger than you, and as a driver, you can adjust.
Gibbs catching up to him again.
Not paid for this now.
Allmendinger has 18 starts on his road course career, 6 wins, 15 top 5s, the most all time.
It's things that I did early in my career at road courses. If it was Tony Stewart in front of me or Jeff Gordon, I tried to do the best I could to stay pace with them.
Just behind them, outside the top 5, you have Shelton Creed. driving that 2 car for Richard Childress Racing, and the battle is on now for 8. Daniel Hemrick in the 11, and Creed's teammate Austin Hill driving the 21, earlier winner this season at Daytona.
You like that pass down in turn 1.
Brian Jollies is not the Gibbs kid, just Toyota. Oh, you don't like Toyotas.
Able to clear Hemrick into the S's and keep the momentum and really not lose much time making the pass. That's something you want to be able to be good at when it comes to road courses. Be efficient with your passing. Be able to pass them without losing a bunch of time to the next car in front of you.
It's all right. I was happier that they decided to keep Cousins.
Next type of passing is going to get past better.
Be interesting to see how it all works out this year. Gibbs has that lead by Allmendinger down to less than a half a second.
Here, Coleman, what are you seeing from the spotter stand?
Yeah, a few things are standing out right here in turn 1 and through the S's. AJ Allmendinger, I spotted for him for 5 years. There's not many people that beat him on the brakes. I've seen Ty Gibbs the last few laps going into turn 12, going into turn 1, outbreaking.
Daryl Hole, the race is on Fox Sports 1 here in the United States.
Right-hander switching direction to turn 2 as well as the carousel. That's where he's gapping himself, but not too far behind.
All right, Gibbs to the inside of Allmendinger again.
So I think he's going to be able to overcome it.
Not able to make the pass stick there.
It's all about, I mean, the way you make a pass on somebody, and then you're...
Again, I apologize. I don't know what turn they're in. There's 20 turns, and I can never know what turn to call out. But you've got like 2 races going on here now. Allmendinger, Gibbs are nose to tail, and Chastain, Custer are nose to tail in 3rd and 4th. They're about 20 car lengths behind the leaders.
Right-handers are working good for AJ. That means left-handers probably aren't real good. Ty Gibbs' braking is incredible. We've seen that happen a few times where that is definitely where he's making all his time with the braking, which is very impressive to AJ, considering how good AJ is.
Steve says if Gibbs has talent, he needs to take a low-end team car and win with it.
As a competitor,
not overpowered garbage. Did you feel the same when Dale Jr. came up into Cup?
Here comes the braking zone again.
Do it again.
He's going to get him this time.
All right, there we go. Gibbs gets to the inside this time, passes Allmendinger.
Turn 2.
Gets a little wheel hop, though, and Allmendinger's going to try to take it right back on the crossover.
Gibbs lost position.
Some good racing.
It's all about keeping that gap for Ty Gibbs. He wants to keep the gap.
Alex Labby, I'll keep an eye on him. That Canadian Alex Labby in the 36 is in 5th.
Try to stay close.
7 seconds back from the top 4.
Break him here in a few more turns.
7 is the left-hander. 8 is this long right-hander. You're setting up for turn 9. Did it come into 9?
This is where the passing zone starts. You see AJ got a little bit offline. Now Ty is right where he wants to be. He'll get through this little kink right here into a heavy braking zone, turn 11.
He's just going to chill out.
All right, so turn 11 coming up here.
Exit here.
Gibbs going to break right behind Allmendinger there, and they're just going to come out nose to tail again.
Reeling him in.
Chastain reeling him in too, though.
He's going to have another shot here. He's going to draft him down the straightaway. Draft's definitely going to come in. And he's going to try to outbreak him one more time. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to be all over him. He's got to make the move.
Cuts to the inside. And they're going into a left. And there we go. Gibbs has it. Can he hold it, though? Nope. He goes off into the edge again. And Allmendinger takes it right back. The rookie learning out here, y'all.
The racing has been phenomenal, and we shouldn't be surprised with these 2 at the front combined to win 5 of the last 8 on road courses. The car
continues to be Allmendinger, Gibbs, Chastain, Custer, your top 4. There's 7 laps to go in stage 1. And we go to a commercial break. Looks like it's going to be side by side. So I have to mute the audio, but I can still see the race, y'all. I can still see the race. Another lefty there. So Chastain keeps getting caught up to this top 2 group. But every time he does, it brings Cole Custer to his bumper. So he doesn't know whether to go forward or to defend backwards. Another lefty there. Allmendinger will hold the spot there. 6 to go in stage 1. .45 up in here. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of NASCAR Xfinity Series racing here on YouTube. The Pit Boss 250 from the Circuit of the Americas road course in Austin, Texas. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, give that video the thumbs up, and turn on bell notifications so you know when we go online. None of those 3 things cost you a single penny. It's free. But I really am trying to get to 8,000 today on my subscriber count and would appreciate any assistance. The top 4 are kind of nose to tail with like 3 car lengths between each of them, maybe. We're on lap 9 of 46 overall. Today is the start of that Xfinity Dash for Cash series. Not really sure how that works. I think if they finish in the top 3, they qualify for the next race. To be part of that program, you know. But Allmendinger continues to lead as we are under commercial break side by side on Fox Sports 1 coverage. Custer tries to make an attempt on Cendric for 3rd, doesn't get it done. Or excuse me, for Chastain for 3rd, doesn't get it done. Back to it.
NASCAR Xfinity Series racing at Circuit of the Americas for the 2nd time. And let's be honest, when we came here last year, there was no one that had any fun except your brother Kyle, who just waxed the field. Today, pure entertainment because the top 4 cars all hanging together. This has been incredible racing in the opening stage.
And I'm seeing different lines. I'm seeing different tire wear and different.
Holding steady at 42 in the chat. There we go. Custer to the inside of Chastain, and he makes the pass. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. Custer into 3rd in that Stewart-Haas entry.
Yeah, he's doing fast in the Cup car. Last time he was in this 07 car was in Fontana. Won the race.
It actually might not be a Stewart-Haas entry.
One of the great underdog stories of all time in the Xfinity Series for him to work so hard.
What team is Custer on in the Xfinity Series, y'all? It's not Stewart-Haas, is it?
And Coda just passed here, very fast earlier today in Cup Series qualifying, certainly.
Anyway, Custer's setting his sight on Gibbs now.
You know, you go back, look at Bubba Wallace. I mean, Bubba Wallace has worked from 15th to 6th.
All right, here we go. That 7 car moving up in the field after some trouble earlier. Justin Allgaier going through the S's.
Race we have seen when it comes to a driver lineup. When you get these Cup guys come down to the Xfinity level, trying to get experience.
49 in the chat. It's Allmendinger, Gibbs, Custer, Chastain, your top 4. And then there's quite a gap to the 5th place car. Probably about 5 seconds.
Because of that, these guys are good. The Sunday racers are really good.
All right, they're on board looking at Justin Allgaier here in that Brandt car.
Allgaier hanging in.
The 7 adorned with corn.
Here's something else to watch. 5 to go on the stage. Get down, 3 to go. You could see drivers peeling off today.
Allmendinger now has led 6 of the 9 laps in today's race. He's got about a 2nd lead over Gibbs now. But Gibbs' real worry now is Custer in that 07 car. He's right on his tail.
They're going to hold their strategy close to their chest.
Yeah, it's not Stewart-Haas. That's correct.
Strategy they're looking to throw down.
The great UK says hi.
Gibbs, I would say they're going for stage wins.
I figured it couldn't be a Stewart-Haas entry because Harvick doesn't ever run Xfinity anymore, and I think it's because Stewart-Haas doesn't even have teams.
Well, you're trying to call the race. If you are the 54.
All right, Custer right on the bumper now of Gibbs.
You know, the Cole Custer and Ross Chastain, they're gonna pit. Probably the 36.
T. Van says, yeah, he does drive for Stewart-Haas. So Stewart-Haas does have an entry in Xfinity.
Back in the lead when it starts the 2nd stage. It's the tough call for Allmendinger and Gibbs. I think you flip the stage as well. They're so far ahead, they're still going to finish in the top 10 most likely.
All right, they're checking in on Riley Herbst. That's the Stewart-Haas entry. Stewart-Haas entry is the 98. That's right.
Experience. He said this is such a high-braking, heavy-pressure racetrack. It's really helping him.
Howard's sure about Bubba today. I think Howard might be being facetious. I think Howard Johnson might be trying too hard, y'all.
With 2 laps to go in the stage. So if you're going to play this strategy, you're going to have to do it soon. How about the race leader, Regan?
Well, I haven't had that conversation that you and Joey were speaking about earlier today with AJ AJ Allmendinger about if they would take the points or if
T-Van says Riley Herbst. Yep, and that 98.
we will take the points. We did it last year. If we can get it this year, we want to take them stage 2, another story. We'll have to think about it when that gets there.
That's a good point, Cregan. You know, take it at the first stage, take your lumps, start in the back, work your way up. You have the whole race to
Gibbs is right there on the tail of Allmendinger again. He's towing
make it up with that.
Cole Custer with him.
There's always been this theory, though.
They go into a lefty.
You don't hit at stage end. You got to do it out of balance with the stages, right, to make sure you've got perfect track position. But AJ, who has 7 wins in the Xfinity Series on road courses, there's also one.
Cohen Game TV says Cole Custer races for SSGLR with Jeff LaCourte racing.
Man. You could put him to work and he would come from behind and get you another stage win if everything's hooked up right. But I saw something back there.
And the 07 is SS Green Light Racing, says Steve.
Starting to show up in the screen.
58 in the chat.
This mover from the start of the race. I'm proud of him. He's throwing down some road course talent. He's on his
4 to go in stage 1.
Well, look at this, guys. We're 11 laps into this thing. Almost 12 laps.
Cole Custer right on the bumper now of Ty Gibbs.
This is awesome racing.
Yeah, Chastain dropped off the lead.
They keep looking at that 18 of Bubba Wallace.
And this looks like pit road action.
Yeah. Jason Wright.
Bubba Wallace to pit road.
Veterans won so many.
Bubba Wallace to pit road. This is a strategy call here.
Playing the strategy game. Here's Bubba Wallace with 3 to go in the stage, Regan.
This is a strategy call. That'll put him up front when they restart after the end of the stage.
Getting a good finish is going to be the next part of that. The team's been giving him a lot of updates about where he can pick up a little bit of time and how he can get better.
56 in the chat. It continues to be Allmendinger, Gibbs, Custer, Chastain, your top 4. And then the 5th place car of Labby, 13 seconds behind the leader. Lots of people down pit road. Noah Gregson on pit road.
I think is as high as he was in the running order. But Luke Lambert, the crew chief, said, we're not worried about stage points. Let's go ahead and pit.
Uh-oh, Cole Custer is past Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs didn't like it. He's going to try to get to the inside of him on this next left. He gets it. Can he make it stick?
And here you go again. Coda showing up as far as...
Cole mashed it down. He can't get past him again.
He's off from there.
They traded spots for a little bit there, though.
And right now...
3 to go in stage 1.
It's hard, and most likely... 1 or 2 of them was probably going to pit.
T-Van says, where's the 7 now?
Trying to get it.
I don't think it's a good time to tell you. Actually, he's showing up in 10th, buddy. He's showing up in 10th. I was going to say I didn't think it was a good time to tell you because there's pit stops ongoing. A lot of teams choosing to pit before the end of the stage.
Look at this.
So one of the cars, the pit crew decided they wanted to tear a tear-off off on that state water heater's car, and when he ripped the tear-off on, he ripped the windshield wiper off it as well.
Regardless of the weather forecast, you have to have the wiper on when you go through.
I think he's supposed to have that wiper on there. They'll probably have to put it back on. He tore off the tear-off. Here we go.
P2 and P3. Allmendinger's just going to walk the dog in for this.
All right, here we go. So Gibbs and Custer now coming down pit road. The only one still out there is AJ Allmendinger as far as the leaders.
Need some better drive off, so air pressure adjustment already happened. 4 tires here.
So Allmendinger going to take the stage win with 2 to go, likely.
Holding it down there in the top 5. His car is pretty good. They're just going to work on that just a bit. Tight to the right.
Yeah, I caught that, Cohen.
As well. And then 54, a Ty Gibbs car has been good. He has been so focused. Air pressure out of both.
I don't know where you can see it in Canada, Dave.
It's a good stop race.
And I don't show the actual footage here on this channel.
Who's pitting and who's not? Because we felt like the drivers not going for points were the ones that would come. We've seen that. But we've also seen some serious...
So I think literally everybody but AJ Allmendinger have come down pit road.
About Kurt. I mean, he can run this...
The Canadian maybe didn't come down. Labby still showing out there in that 36 car.
And then with Hemrick, Kligerman, Partis, Allgaier, you're going to start to see some of the regulars go, hey, you know what? I'm going to grab some stage points right now because it's a cushion that you can use later in the summer run to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about, Yellowman. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cars that pitted with him, Ross Chastain, and Cole Custer. And I wouldn't call them, I guess I call them underfunded teams. Teams that don't normally have the speed to race up front.
So Allmendinger, your leader, 13-second lead over Labby, the Canadian, and Hemrick.
Now, if you know your pit stop's not going to be that fast, hit under green so you don't lose this.
But everybody, Hemrick, like back there, he's 21 seconds back.
You're talking 15 spots. So hit down, take the lumps. You're going to cycle right behind the 54 when you start off again.
Or pit, and then come back and get the stage.
I don't know what show Hood is, King Yellowman. I have no idea what show that is.
Pit stop. It speaks to how good the pit stop was.
But now you're making fun of how I talk, bro?
Before they came down the pit road.
I live in Arizona.
Just kept cranking and cranking and cranking.
Cohen Gamer TV. I live in Arizona, United States.
And so that
Dave Hines says, let's go Alex Labby.
The 51 and the 26.
Alex Labby.
And they earned it. And they earned it, like you said, Kurt, by going fast. They earned that to be able to hit.
Dave is from Windsor, Ontario. Shout out to Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
That's where the talent level and the crew chief, they come together and then make things happen in a unique way.
final lap opening stage, AJ Allmendinger.
You heard it. Final lap of this opening stage. Allmendinger with a big lead, 12-second lead over Labby.
Last year,
21 seconds over Hemrick, who's in third.
in the race. The second straight week.
Gibbs showing in 10th now.
Last week in Atlanta.
What do you think AJ's heart rate is now? He's chilling.
Yeah, it just dropped by 50.
Custer showing in 14th, but moving up.
He said, all right, cool.
Moved into the top 10.
You know, the other thing that's interesting is how the strategy can change throughout the stage depending on your day. And Hemrick's picked up.
All right, going through the S's now.
Let's stay out. And I look at Justin Allgaier. I'm not sure what their plan was when the day began.
Parker Klingerman out there. Looks like an unsponsored entry, but he's rolling fourth right now. Algier in fifth. That's a nice car, that Algier car, the brand car. Steven says, hello from Red Oak, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. What's up, Steve? Dave says you got to cheer for the Canadian.
Pay the price, right? You gotta pay the
I saw an interview with him yesterday. He's pretty cool. He seems like a good dude to go have a beer with.
Go through the field here, you see Jake Buford, he's at a points run of 7. A lot of these guys, these are valuable points for them as they try to make the playoffs.
Yeah, we saw Cardis and
Howard says just wait till Bubba decides to make his move.
way to kind of just stack stuff up. And the
Bubba currently in 20th.
window might be getting a little warm. I was trying to
Man, Parker chases the front of his car, the number 26.
bang up.
Is crushed.
That's part of how the starts go here. Everything's so congested, and you're just trying to stay clean.
All right, here we go. Allmendinger bringing it home.
Allmendinger. For 19.
One more left turn, then a drive up the hill, I believe.
Green and white checkered flag. 10th time in his career. He's won a stage.
All right, we've got a stage winner. AJ Allmendinger is your stage winner.
Finish. On a road course in the stage. Hemrick, Kligerman up there in the top 5. Same for Allgaier. Nice start for Pardis and Buford. Parker Chase. Jeremy Clements.
Disco Steve says there's lots of Steves in here today.
Top 10 as well. Way to go, AJ.
All right, so Allmendinger wins the stage, and we go to a commercial break, y'all. I'll be right back. Howard says Bubba's trying to rope-a-dope everybody today, put him to sleep out there. So we are watching NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing, the Pit Boss 250 from the Circuit of the Americas road course in Austin, Texas, here on Valhalla Sports Talk. AJ Allmendinger just won stage 1. It's Allmendinger, Labby, Hemrick, Klingerman are your top 4. 33 minutes, 25 seconds into the race. Average speed is 86.040. The last fast speed was 88.301. We've had no cautions other than this end of stage caution in the race. 3 different leaders, the 16, the 54, and the 92 have led laps. Allmendinger has led the most with 11. We've got 46 in the chat. Please hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like and turn on bell notifications so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk goes online, y'all. Trying to get to 8,000 today. Trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. We're currently at 7981. 7981, so 19 away from 8,000. Disco says, I like Bubba, but he should be in Xfinity. Howard Johnson is trolling about Bubba Wallace today. I don't want anyone to time him out or nothing, but he is literally trolling about Bubba Wallace today. He is obsessed with Bubba. All right, let's get back to it.
50 live on FS1 with a couple of NASCAR Cup Series champions, Kurt Busch, Joey Logano. I'm Adam Alexander.
I really like this course, y'all. I really like it.
But we've already seen a number of drivers come down.
I had an idea this morning. Okay? You get a go-kart company, a big one, and have them build 1,000 identical go-karts. 1,000 identical ones. And you make the cost be $2,000. $2,000 gets you a go-kart to race at Coda on the 4th of July.
Because you're not going to lose.
$2,000 gets you a go-kart to race at Coda on the 4th of July. And we're going to start all 1,000 of them at the same time and do 50 laps for charity. And then afterwards, after the race is over, you have fireworks and everything. Have a carnival on the infield. That would be crazy, y'all. Be crazy. I would probably spend $2,000 to do that.
You know, races are won and lost on pit road every single week, whether it's strategy or just how fast you change.
Olaf from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Shout out to Canada.
The race, or you know, in the middle of the race, losing 2 or 3 spots, that sets everything up completely different for you.
Someone stopped on the track here. Didn't get a car number there.
I say it's not a team sport. It makes me so mad because it's such a huge.
Allmendinger still showing as the leader. Labby in second. Hemrick third. Clearman fourth.
And going through the videos and the data. I mean, how many driver grades do you get, Joey, when they say...
Steven says, I would love to do that. Could you imagine 1,000 go-karts at once on this track?
And you have these...
That shit would be insane.
Game time. And then there's into the box and out of the box. There's so much that goes into it. And that's where the drivers are trying to perfect it just as much as the crew.
You saw Bailey Curry on the hook there.
Just rolling start, 1,000 go-karts going at once on this track would be insane.
The car you saw being pushed down the pit lane, and because of that, pit road is closed. So we'll go around one more.
2,000 would be like $2 million
To bring in the spotter
in entry fees alone.
Mustang on Sunday.
And then you imagine there would be some TV coverage.
Top the spotter stand in turn 1.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Hey, I just wanted to run something across to Joey and Kurt. We seen the 54 of Ty Gibbs come off pit road right on the edge of the stage points. What information do you guys...
So Algier up to 5th,
to recognize, hey,
Gibbs in 10th,
and 2, how far...
Austin Sieg now in 25th, Gregson in 27th.
What can you guys do inside the car to make sure we maximize that?
Steve says, sounds very entertaining. That shit would be fun, bro.
The gaps are so...
That shit would be fun.
When you come off the pit road, because you don't want to burn those tires up, because, like you said, Cole...
Howard Johnson says it was in Red Deer that I learned that minus 40 Celsius is the same as minus 40 Fahrenheit.
Worth that 1 point. Right? If you're Cole Custer... No, it's not worth the point. I'm just going to ride and save my tires. If you're Ty Gibbs, maybe you want to go for that point and get another one. So I think it's...
Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy, Disco Steve? It would look like a beehive, man. It would look like a friggin' beehive going into turn 1.
From the 54 as far...
No, I haven't seen Sheila. Richard, what's up, man? Haven't seen Sheila. I've got no way to contact her either, y'all. I've got literally no way to contact her. She doesn't do Twitter that I know of. Don't have an email, nothing. Dave says, hope there are going to be lots of ambulances handy, 1,000 go-karts at once. Well, they're going to have us spaced out on the rolling start, y'all. They're going to have us spaced out. We have to stay in formation past the start-finish line.
Because if they have an issue, you're not.
But yeah, it would be insane. It would be freaking insane. I would lag back. I would literally lag back so I got my whole 50 laps in. I would lag back for that first initial explosion in turn 1 and then just wheel my way slowly through it and then just run my race after that. You know what I mean?
Inaugural game as the New Jersey Generals take on the Birmingham Stallions.
I think that shit would be fun though.
On Fox and NBC. You going Generals? You going Stallions?
All right, every time you're on a Fox station, they're hyping up this USFL. They start up on the 16th, I guess.
That's the Connecticut of joy.
The Italian Stallion. That was Rocky Balboa, right?
Yeah, I made that up. That's their new team name.
The Rocky movie.
Richard says not a land rush start.
Rumor has it you're doing the coin toss for that game.
No, I don't think you'd do it from a stop. I thought it started in April.
What is this for?
I'm not going to watch that shit anyway. I really enjoyed the XFL. I thought some of the rules they did were cool. But this USFL is just going to be like another, like NFL light. They're not doing anything special on the rules side.
For the driver not be feeling good, listen to what he's asking for.
Gregson complaining of sickness in that number 9 Black Rifle Coffee Company Chevrolet.
Oh. This place is like a roller coaster.
They were interviewing him earlier today, and they asked him what parts of the track were his weaknesses, and he pretty much said everywhere on this track is his weakness.
So, I'm pretty sure we can put two together here. It's not good.
Did this happen to you?
But now he's sick in the car. They're talking about getting him some pills.
And then these yellow flag laps are forever here at Coda. And so there's a lot of time when you're just out lost in space. But here we go. We're on the pit road, and Allmendinger's bringing it in hot.
All right, Allmendinger bringing his car to pit road now.
16 others.
Preston Hart is feeling pretty good. Little rusty. He hasn't raced anything in about 5 months. Came out here in the Xfinity Series. And
Brian hopes they don't make the USFL political. I hope not.
he just wants the car to be a little bit better as you see a chassis.
April 16th start.
Alex LeBay, that Can-Am.
I remember the old USFL, like you, Dave. I was actually a Pitt Panther fan back in those days.
Well, the 11 car with Daniel Hemrick right out. That car needs some rear.
But I just can't get hyped about this for some reason.
The 16 of AJ.
I've probably got too much going on the channel to do any of those anyway. I've got, the Dodgers are kicking off here pretty quick.
In the race off pit road.
Oops, I got the wrong color on our light bar there, y'all.
+4 for him. Great effort by the 17. Hemrick goes +1. AJ loses 2. We talked about that.
Race off pit road. Justin Algier off pit road first with 4 tires. Hemrick second. Allmendinger third. Labby fourth. Alfredo fifth. Buford sixth.
We're going to talk to the Dinger?
Yeah, let's talk to the
All right, interview with AJ, who won the first stage.
AJ looking pretty good out there. Your car looks fast. It looks like you were having a bunch of fun racing for the lead there. All 3 of you was putting on one heck of a show for us. But now you got to start a little further back than you want to. What's the aggression level here?
Yeah, I'm still got to be just a long way to go with this race. Pretty good.
Steve says everywhere would be your weakness when being the leader because all they need to do is bump and run you in any corner. Easier said than done, though. Kyle Busch in that truck race today, though, he was leading late and had 2 trucks hit him going into a turn.
AJ told me that he just calls you the Joe.
The Dinger Nation.
All right, so little Foo Fighters. I got to mute that because that won't work. As we go to a commercial. 41 in the chat for the Pit Boss 250 here on Valhalla Sports Talk. All right, we got the YouTube channels fired up for this March Madness coverage today for the afternoon. Hey, Yellowman, are you still in here? Yellowman, are you still in here? Did you see my guy Will Smith hit that 3-run bomb last night? No, Kyle Busch did not win the Truck Series race. He was leading late, but he got passed by another driver. I can't remember his name either. Yeah, I apologize you guys can't watch the race up there, Dave. Especially for lacrosse. What? How are they going to just yank a race for lacrosse? All right, we're getting back to it, y'all.
And Prosper Day. Look at Kurt in the back. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice hair.
Why, thank you.
I feel like Blaney should be involved in this.
So it's Leonard Nimoy's birthday today, so they've got a graphic up with all the Fox people superimposed on Star Trek bodies. All right, so Gibbs back to the lead in this one.
A good game-winning field goal at the bottom of the ninth. He really did.
Gibbs back to the lead. It's Gibbs, Custer, Chastain, Wallace are your top four.
I'm a huge New England Patriots fan. I really am. And I love the Red Sox, too. Right?
That's right. That's fun, man. Home team.
There we go.
Gibbs, Custer, Chastain, Wallace, your top four.
All down restart sprint team. He's the first guy.
Pace car to pit road.
Fresh tires. Top 12 stayed out after pitting late in stage one. Front row. Gibbs, Custer. Off we go once again.
Green flag at Circuit of the Americas.
Big action here. But you got to. This is where you can make big games.
All right, they're fanning out 6 wide going into turn 1.
AJ, Ross Chastain out of line for the lead.
Chastain gets past and bumps Gibbs to take the lead.
Where did Chastain come from?
That one car up there now, too.
Goes from the front row to fourth.
Business is picked up, y'all.
Sniped his way through there. He's up running P3 now.
Remember the standings on your screen there
This is incredible.
only change when they come to the start-finish line.
And most people got single file. Way quicker than I thought they would.
You can never guess what's going to happen in the turn one. The way they have the track set up is just...
But Chastain's the leader now. Mayer in second, Wallace in third, Gibbs in fourth, Cole Custer in fifth.
Biggest thing you see there on the restarts, yeah, you want to try to get the opening there, try to jump a room or two. You just got to be careful for the step.
Thor having some nightmares.
Turn one. Going back down the hill.
Thor having a little afternoon nap nightmare.
Can't see what's coming ahead, so we're really concentrating on...
Got the yips in his sleep. Thor.
I wonder what you guys thought about as drivers on these caution laps. Now I know.
Chastain, Mayer, Wallace, Gibbs, your top four.
Everything there to begin the second stage.
It's always a great plan.
It was a bad restart for him.
And then the plan's gone. Yeah, Bubba moving up to second.
AJ's sponsor for this race was found in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Here, everything's real delicate through here, but you can gain a lot of time on fresh tires through here.
It is so much more.
Yeah, he did turn into him, Howard. You're right. But, I mean, because he knew it was coming. He knew that there were 2 trucks coming to his left. So he kind of turned into it.
There it is.
What's the transition like? when it comes to the fresh asphalt versus the old? Do you feel that?
Oh yeah, right here, this section where you go back to the old, it's oh man, really? Now I gotta deal with all this tire slippage and everything doubles up as far as the difficulty.
And it's like going across the state line.
All right, Wallace up to second.
Put as much money into the highway program, right?
Great action here at the beginning of the stage because everybody's running. Wow.
Whoa, no.
The one off the pace like he just blew up or something.
Now he's back up going. Absolutely missed a gear.
Oh, missed a gear.
One way.
Chastain, Wallace, Gibbs, Custer, your top four.
He gains a spot out of all that. That's where you gotta give. You see where Cole had to give right there. You can't go into that corner too wide. You're gonna bend the doors off of each other. It's not gonna end well for either one.
Through the S's they go. Yeah, he did get on the wrong side of a 3 wide. Here we go. Business picking up again. That one car of Meyer back up in there. Gibbs is wide going through that turn. Getting passed by a number of cars now. His biggest mistake of the race thus far.
Once you get offline in those S's, it compounds all the way through.
So now it's Chastain, Wallace, Custer, Mayer. Top 4. Gregson up to 5.
Joe, you're such a sports buff. I mean, when you're skiing and you go through the moguls and you hit one wrong, and now you hit the next one.
Where's Alex Lobby? Let me find him for you. He's currently showing in 15th, my man. 15th.
Sports trivia with Joey Logano for $200, please. Let's go back to the front straightaway. And Sam Mayer became the 5th of 5 junior motorsports cars to have some kind of a problem early in this race.
Yeah, Meyer just come through a turn there and totally missed a shift. And that let Custer and Gibbs go past him like he was standing still. Gregson passed him as well.
H-pattern 4-speed transmission in them, so you got to give him a little bit of time.
Howard says, I was crushed. I say today, I was crushed. I say today to see Kyle not win. I bet you were.
That he got off of turn 20 as far as accelerating, and then he just tried to hustle a shift.
That takes me to the level of concentration when you're running this race.
All right, so Chastain, your leader. Wallace is about 2 seconds behind him. And he's about to get a visit from Cole Custer and Mayer. They're headed down the front stretch into that big left turn in turn 1.
He did into 20. And then sometimes you're on defense because you slipped up on corner exit and you didn't get the good run. Wow, turn 1 has so many different options for guys.
So you're going like 160 miles an hour and you have to whoa it up to like 35 miles an hour to go through that turn at turn 1. They usually enter about 5 cars wide and come out of it 2 cars wide.
Now, Joe, you and Kurt were talking about and speculating maybe something wrong. The right front, they think maybe going down. I don't know if you guys can get a better view of it there, but his pit crew is ready. All
right, they're thinking there might be a right front tire going down on the Gibbs car. He's unable to hold it straight through the turns. He's definitely in trouble here.
Right, we're all the way really.
And he's dropping backwards. He's already down the 11th.
Tire or something wrong with the right front.
What's crazy about this is he restarted on the front row. You would think it's much safer there. Issues for Ty Gibbs.
All right, so they're going to a commercial showing the flyover today. The flyover at this race was done by a crop duster. I have never seen that before. I can say I've never seen that at a NASCAR race. It was literally a crop dusting plane. But we're in commercial during the second stage here of the Pit Boss 250 NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from the Circuit of the Americas road course in Austin, Texas. We've got 44 in the chat. Please hit that subscribe button. If you think I'm doing a good job, give the video a like so that we can get some more NASCAR fans up in here, and turn on those bell notifications so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk goes online. Bogey for the subscriber count today. The bogey on the subscriber side is 8,000. Labby currently 14th. That is correct. Brian Jolly says, well, Mr. V, adios. I got to go. See you next time. We'll see you, Brian. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, Gibbs having trouble with a tire. Dave says Gibbs needs to stop wrecking his cars. He's too talented a driver, but way too aggressive. He does get up on the wheel. I like that about him, though. I'm not going to lie. I like that about him. NASCAR different than any other sport out there, y'all, in this way. NASCAR is different because in NASCAR, your favorite team, driver, right? We all root for drivers. They can retire, and when they retire or have a tragedy like Dale Earnhardt did, but you need a new driver. And I will tell you this, right now, with Harvick, with retirement on the horizon for Kevin Harvick, I would say that right now the driver that I would be most likely to get behind would be that young Ty Gibbs. I think that would be my next driver. I thought it would be Chase, or I thought it might be Larson, but nah, not feeling it, y'all.
To go stage 2, NASCAR Xfinity Series live in Austin.
All right, here we go. Back to it.
Of the Americas, it's the Pit Boss 250 on FS1. While we were away, unscheduled pit stop for Ty Gibbs. We talked about his.
All right, so Gibbs did pit while we were in commercial break. There's 10 to go here in stage 2. Ross Chastain continues to lead it. He's got almost a 3-second lead over Bubba Wallace, who's in second. Cole Custer in third.
To be able to do that, so they're definitely going to have to pit again, and now they put themselves squarely behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough for them to make it up because there's 10 to go in the second stage. You can't make it from here, like you said. So you're not starting your recovery until the beginning of the third stage, and there's only 16 laps.
43 in the chat here.
The caution out, right?
True. So he's starting from behind.
Now I'm sure Gibbs did not lose a lap there. I'm gonna mess up your screen for just a second, y'all. Gibbs still showing on the lead lap in 36th. The only 2 trucks behind him are Curry and Rogers, who are both out of this race, I believe.
Yeah, those are very important.
So a valve stem was knocked off of the 54 car there.
2 races, wins at Las Vegas and last week at Atlanta. He led a total of 7 laps, 13 laps total led this year for the 54.
One thing I want to draw everybody's attention back to is the beginning of this stage. I want to highlight Chastain's car here in P2 and just watch what his ability is to get the lead. And right now it's one of those typical, boom, I'm going to throw in here with authority and go down in the bottom side of turn 1 and then not even care.
That's the valve stem right there, right? Is that,
Go Alex Labe, says Cohen Gamer TV. Where's he at, Cohen?
But Chastain drove it in there with authority and said, here, chew on the outside of the racetrack. I'm going to take the proper line.
That's a game of chicken, right?
Labby up to 11th. He's about to get on your screen there. There he is.
I believe he was going to break later than Ty Gibbs, no matter where he.
I really enjoyed his interview yesterday after qualifying. He seemed like a good dude to go have a beer with.
That's Chastain. He'll do that. He's an aggressive guy, but it's clean most of the time. And I like the way that he throws it in there with the authority and now jumps.
All right, Custer now looking at Wallace.
Through, and then now he's trying to
Custer to the inside of Wallace, but there's a left-hand turn. All right, they're going to get to the gas there. A right-hand turn coming up. Now Custer's on the outside.
2 things that I've got for you guys.
He's going to motor past. Nope, another right. Yep, Custer passed to take second.
Turn 11, we can go wherever we want. NASCAR provides a standard.
So Chastain, Custer, Wallace is your top 3.
Down here close to turn 11, trying to
Custer now sets his sights on that 92 of Ross Chastain.
give up some space in turns 7 and 8 to not see the seat better in turn 11. First observation I have, there's 3 Joe Gibbs.
Disco Steve says the Watermelon Man is leading. Yep, Chastain in the lead.
Turn 11's worth gaining more sight lines for and losing some of 7 and 8. Second thing I'm noticing, this is a first.
I know on his cup car, he's got like on that one paint scheme, they've got like a little watermelon showing out
And these antennas
on the bottom of it, but I forget why they call him that. Where is he from in the United States?
He's a long ways away, and as a
Or does his family own a watermelon farm or something?
hey, are you okay with no vision in a certain spot?
I know he's been prevalent in both series this year, though. He's always running up front, it seems like.
For a spot that might be more important to see.
I'm just hopeful he gets his antenna fixed.
Uh-oh, the 44 is around.
Sage Karam running around. That's an IndyCar guy.
All right, we're still rolling, though, at Coda.
NASCAR action. I mean, Sage didn't do anything wrong right there. Just guys came in hot from behind.
What do you got in common with Sage Karam? Top 10 Indy 5.
Dave says Labby's a great guy, great driver. He's stuck in subpar equipment.
That's right. Just stay out of trouble.
You were fourth? What? Six. Well, I was trying to get you in the top 5. Thank you. Side by side break cover.
All right, so they're going to go side by side, so I have to stop the audio so we don't get music in there. But I'll try to call out anything I can see here. Chastain now with almost a 3.5 second lead over Custer. Wallace 4.246 seconds back. So it's the family that farms watermelons. That's what I thought it was. Is it in North Carolina or where's that at? That would be kind of nice whenever you wanted to just go outside and go get a fresh watermelon. I think I would dig that. Continues to be Chastain, Custer, Wallace with 7 to go here in stage 2. NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing, the Pit Boss 250 from Coda in Austin, Texas. Allmendinger up to 5th now. Noah Gragson 6th. Oh, they're from Florida. Gotcha. What's up, Greg Goodrow? Welcome to the channel, sir. All right, 7 to go here in stage 2. We're side by side on Fox Sports 1. Custer's got company. Bubba Wallace back to his rear bumper. Lap 24 of 46 total. 7 to go in stage 2. AJ Allmendinger, the winner of stage 1. He is also the leader of the most laps led in this race with 13. We've had one caution, the end of stage caution at lap 14. Five lead changes so far in this one.
With Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, I'm Adam Alexander, Colin Presley. Our spotter analyst has made his way to turn 11 on pit road. Jamie Little, Regan Smith, the leader.
Yep, Labby's in the top 10 now. Guys in flight school in Georgia would land their bird dog in a field, load a watermelon into their aircraft, and continue the mission. Nothing like watermelon on a hot day, huh, y'all?
Out to win stage 1. Lost a couple of spots on pit road. Restart 16th. He's now 5th. There it is.
All right, Dinger coming up through the field. AJ Allmendinger is going down the front stretch right now. He is up to 5th.
And it's just like if you're fishing and you got the reel on, you're just reeling it in.
So what did you fly, Howard?
Look how much he arcs that corner. Sam Mayer going in shallow and hard. AJ arcs it, crosses it back.
All right, Bubba Wallace takes the spot from Cole Custer, moves into 2nd.
All this is good for AJ, right?
Sets his sight on the leader, Chastain, but he's 2.8 seconds behind him.
As you pick off some more spots before the end of the stage, or before they make pit stops with a couple to go.
Paluto in that 88 is up to 18th.
At this point, we were talking about a little bit off air before.
Creed in 8th. Hemrick in 9th.
If you try to get stage
Where's that 7 car at?
pit before the end of the stage,
Oh, Justin Algier way back there in 19th.
to win the race. So, someone like Sam Mayer is probably on the cutoff spot. Like he's up front. He's got a car that's capable of winning. Right? He's in the hunt. He's hanging with everybody right here. I think if I'm Sam,
Ooh, heavy tire smoke by the 1 there as he tried to outbrake Allmendinger. Allmendinger on his rear quarter panel now, looking, and I think a left-hand turn's coming up. Allmendinger looking to move into the top 4.
Turn 12, huh? Looking like he's gonna let it go. He raced him in there.
At this point,
left-hand turn.
He's still racing him.
The 1 don't want to give up that spot.
They're gonna race you all the way through.
Ooh, little contact.
Ooh, a little contact, yeah, like they said with Allmendinger. Gets a little squirrely.
Right? The 1 and the 16, they're giving up time as they're making each other's doors off and stuff where it's gonna happen, right?
All right, so Allmendinger takes that spot, moves up into 4th.
Just let him go.
Chastain's still out there, maintaining over a 2-second lead.
Yeah, we gotta.
Wallace and Custer in 2nd and 3rd.
He's like, man, I had enough of this. But this started way back here.
41 in the house.
And Mayer's just smoking every which tire, trying to maintain pace. And he's looking ahead at Cole, and now he's looking behind AJ.
All the stuff in the U.S. Army Flight School, UH-1s, RU-21s, and other things that escape me. So were you a pilot, Howard, or were you a navigator or something?
15. You're going to see what AJ does to him. AJ just roughs him and moves him just way up like go-kart style. Like, buddy, here's the weeds. I'm going this way. So here we are. Turn 12. Mayer's still racing him. Now we're going into 13. I love this stuff because this is when it's mano-y-mano and you got to know whose attitude is what. If you hit the dinger, you're going to expect something.
Hey, for context, AJ's 40. Sam's 18. He's got some lessons to learn.
So this kid in the 1 car, Sam Mayer, is 18 years old. Racing Allmendinger, giving him everything he can handle. I like it.
As the road courses come out.
And now if I'm Sam, I just follow AJ and try to figure out what he's doing because he's one of the best in the business. Colin.
Chastain now has led 11 of the 25 laps here. There's 5 to go in stage 2.
Sam Mayer locking up his right front tire. How important is that for a spotter to relay to you? How hard you're locking it up, how long you're locking it up?
Bubba has cut that lead down to less than 2 seconds, but it's still 1.979.
Tire is left front or right front depending on the corner. And you're going to start paying the price for that.
The best laps for the top 3 were their last one they ran.
Most of the time,
oh, we got a car around.
Who's that?
Patrick Gallagher.
The 28 of Gallagher.
Most of the time,
we stay under green here on lap 26 of 46. 5 remaining in this stage.
Sometimes it's really hard to feel.
So the 28 was in front of the 31. They're going through the turn. Bam! Punted him. Hit the left rear quarter panel.
You kind of clicked him right. Well, that's where it started. Never mind. I love when we're able to rewind far enough to see how
Gibbs will always be in a Gibbs car. I agree, Larry.
was made from the 31.
That was
They let me at the controls from time to time, even a C-130 on the way back from Crete.
He's at the SoCal Chevrolet. He said, "You two play for a while. I'll drive right by for position."
Yeah, that was at Texas two-step again. You watch them dance, and then okay, I'm going over here.
There you go. The 2 steps and the Leonard spinner today. I mean, we got it.
We've just kind of maintained at about 40 to 50 in the chat here. We got 40 to go. I don't think we're picking up a ton of subscribers, unfortunately.
Started in the back. He was in the
I really thought we might be able to get to 8,000 here. But we're stuck at 7,982. So 18 away from 8,000.
Into stage 2, you're going to flip this thing. First one in, Noah Gregson, Regan.
18 away from 8,000 subscribers. Noah Gregson on pit road.
Want some adjustments for that, and this is the first opportunity to try and hand him some of that Dramamine as they didn't pit last time.
All right, again, Gregson wasn't feeling well in the car, saying he was experiencing dizziness and lightheadedness They gave him some Dramamine, that same stuff they give you when you're on a cruise ship.
That's it's definitely an obstacle that you got. Stuff. Can you help us with that?
Probably one of them patches, you know.
Smart man, that is exactly what they did. They crushed the Dramamine up, put it in a water bottle, and handed it over.
Oh no, they crushed it and put it in the water bottle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
On the cruises, they give you those little Band-Aids to put behind your ear. Thomas Forbes says, "Come on, Gregson."
Yeah, they sorted that out. I didn't think they'd sort that out.
What happened to Wallace, y'all? Wallace now down to 5th and dropping like a rock.
Season at Our Motorsports.
Did he come down pit road?
Victory a year ago in Talladega. Brandon Jones in this.
It's Chastain, Custer, Allmendinger, your top 3 now.
Yeah, he started shotgun on the field. It's just another little Texas action. Oh, there's shotgun.
I don't know what happened to Wallace there. I missed it.
Working his way back up through as smooth as he can. There doesn't look like there's a mark.
Brandon Jones up to 12th now. Yeah, he started in 38th
All you can do when you start
in that Joe Gibbs entry.
is just try to chisel away.
When it is far back, there's no give and take anymore. You know, the top 3, 4, 5 cars, we were talking about Sam Mayer earlier and AJ, there's a little give and take up front.
Dave says Labby's up to 9th.
It's cutthroat.
Yes, he is in that Chevy.
Yeah, it's that whole grouping. Like, if you look at the column on the left,
Look at Labby's times though.
and with head rate,
Dave, look at Labby's times. His fastest lap was on lap 3.
you get on 16.
Most of these guys are showing their fastest lap was in the 20s. All right, here we go. Bubba Wallace to pit road. He's joined by the 21 as well.
He's been complaining about it. The team told him deal with it. You're a second faster than everybody else. And the 18 above
16 on pit road as well.
Still consistent up front, been taking his time. Felt like he might have been pushing through the front tires just a little bit too much.
I want to know who's going to deal with it. I mean, you got to be careful saying that to AJ.
46 in the chat. Seems like the pit stop on Wallace is taking a long time, that Dr. Pepper entry.
Prior to the ending of stage 2, so as Regan pointed out, we've discussed
3 laps to go. 3 laps to go in stage 2.
track position for the final stint of the race.
And this is no mistakes here. You can have a pit road penalty, a speeding penalty, an uncontrolled tire. It's over. It's over for you. You don't have enough time to make it up.
Ross Chastain continues to lead.
Chastain, Custer, Mayer, your top 3.
Third right now, Sam Mayer. Jay Buford, Justin Allgaier complete the top 5. They are yet to make a pit stop. The 54 is back for his service, Jamie.
Dave says he's keeping his tires under him.
Much ground since having that
I just thought it was interesting that it was so different from everybody else.
grip is just lacking in the
Sheldon Creed is the same. His fastest lap was on 3.
days he wanted here early on, but don't count him out yet.
You know, Coda was saying earlier how hard it is to hear.
So 3 to go in stage 2, lap 28 of 46 in the race. Ross Chastain, your leader. Cole Custer second, about a second back.
Reach all the way to the drive.
And then Meyer is 4 seconds back. And then after that, everyone had pitted apparently.
Straightaway, and then if he has to relay things to the spotter, that's done on a secondary channel. That way,
Chastain now tied for most laps led in this race.
we've got a leader, we've got second place. This is all.
All right, here comes the top 2 cars to pit road.
Care about stage points. So let's go to Jamie Little on pit road.
That's right, Kurt. It's all about trophy hunting, and that's what you're seeing here with Cole Custer. He's been in one race this year, and he won it.
Chastain and Custer in the pits now.
And a drink in 92.
That'll put Mayer in the lead here.
Incredible. The sign holder for the team is
Now we've got 6 leaders in today's race, 6 different leaders. Excuse me, 6 lead changes.
Now we keep an eye on this. As they exit, where do they fall in line? In comparison to AJ Allmendinger, who has already made his stop and was the best of those cars that had been able to come down and get their green flag service.
Yeah, this is the in and the out on how hard you have to hustle. This is what we see a lot of times.
All right, Allmendinger coming down the front straightaway. See where these other 2 cars, Chastain and Custer, bleed in.
There's Chastain, there is Custer, here comes.
It's almost right with him.
They're behind him in turn 1.
They're behind him, but Allmendinger's behind him, but not by much.
But that's where he will be.
About 6 car lengths.
Through at the end of the stage.
And this is what Coda was talking about, that information of how far ahead they are.
But Meyer continues to lead, has yet to pit.
They are too far ahead of him. that he's not going to catch him at this point with 2 to go. Chill out, save your tires, be ready.
And a penalty for Cole Custer. Too fast exiting.
Oh, Custer penalized for too fast on pit road.
Very challenging from this point forward with so few laps remaining. 2 to go on our second stage. And Sam Mayer is taking over the top spot.
Custer gonna have to come in and do a stop and go in the pits.
Cash in, and you gotta grab this for
Kind of mistake you cannot make on these road course races.
He got, crashed and
2 to go in stage 2.
now repaired and stayed on the lead lap. And he's now in a position to get some stage points here.
And this is the opportunity for them to say, hey, I got something out of today, right? It's not going the best for them in general for today. Sam Mayer's actually doing really well, but some of his other cars...
All right, we got a pair of Gibbs Toyotas fighting back there. The 19 and the 18.
To get some points. What's happened to the 18 here?
Bubba Wallace off the pace.
Looked like he never charged out of the corner, out of that turn 11 down the long back straightaway, and
It's back up to speed, going 130 miles an hour into this turn.
we talk so much about Ty Gibbs.
But he definitely missed something, maybe a shift. Horrible time for a penalty, no doubt.
Point about the 18. That's 3 laps in a row.
Final lap here in stage 2. It's Meyer, Sam Meyer in the lead in that number 1 Camaro.
Other corners, is that going to affect that he uses that gear if that's the case?
Yeah, it's looking now at his terminal. He's got no pace at all.
Yeah, they're thinking Wallace is blowing up, y'all.
Corners, I don't know what's up.
It's almost like he shifted, like blew a shift and put it in the wrong gear or something. Killed that transmission.
Hey, look at our top 5. They're all going to pit at the end of the stage. So that takes me to where we'll be for the final run.
His last lap speed, 70.33 miles per hour. That ain't going to get it done. The leader's going almost 17 miles an hour faster.
On the restart to begin the final stage. And Noah Gregson is in the top 10. He'll be third of that group that's already made a pit stop. So these guys are doing a nice job of managing their day. And what's the latest on Bubba Wallace, Reed?
All right, here we go. Sam Meyer bringing it home for a stage win.
Jumping out of gear on him, so basically when it's in the gas, it jumps into neutral. He's got to hold it in gear right now.
It's a tough task.
So you heard that.
It's a shame. I mean, like we saw.
You heard that. Wallace's car will not stay in gear unless you hold the shifter.
You can chalk it up as a success to help you feel more confident for tomorrow.
I don't think the Xfinity cars have a straight up and down shifter. I think they still have the tree.
You're talking about 20 shifts a lap here, right? So I mean, there's plenty of opportunities for it to go wrong.
Good luck trying to...
Howard says, say it ain't so.
You need 3 hands to do that. It's hard to take a hand off the wheel.
How about this guy, Sam Mayer? Going to get his first career stage win. He's had a lot of bumps in the road with fast cars each and every week, and kind of like this play. Leave him out there and let him build some confidence against.
All right, so Mayer going to try to bring that Accelerate Chevy home for his first stage win ever.
I mean, confidence, whatever. It's a playoff point.
Just one more left, I believe.
That's what it's about. Trying to set.
Yep, one more left, and he brings it down the home stretch.
3 of the top 4 from Junior Motorsports.
All right, Sam Mayer will be your leader.
Buford, a good second place finish for him. Riley Hurts, nice comeback to finish 5th. He's only 18 years old from Wisconsin. Sam Mayer.
Another 18-year-old, y'all. Another 18-year-old. 50 in the chat. Welcome to NASCAR Xfinity Racing here on Valhalla Sports Talk. The Pit Boss 250 from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Road course racing here on the channel today. We're on lap 30. 60 to go. 1 hour, 17 minutes into this race. We've had 2 different stage winners. Sam Mayer won that one. AJ Allmendinger won the first one. 2 cars got in trouble late in that second stage. Cole Custer penalized for speeding on pit road. And Bubba Wallace, his number 18 Toyota Supra, unable to stay in gear. But I'm going to step away for just a minute. I'll be right back, everybody. Howard Johnson says, say it isn't so, Valhalla. Come on, folks, give the video a like. Subscribe if you're new. We've got over 50 in the house. All right, that March Madness tournament, Coach Plays is online. He's going to do that Houston-Villanova game. Our buddy Pete McDevitt going to do that game as well. But we are in a commercial break after the end of stage 2 here in the Pit Boss 250. Sam Mayer is your leader. Tomorrow night, World Cup qualifier, 6:30 Eastern, USA versus Panama. I think I'll still be doing the cup race at that point.
Texas. Such a great city. And now home to NASCAR. And when we came here last year, Mother Nature wasn't too friendly. Picture perfect all weekend long.
I watched replays of that race last year at Coda, on both series, and man, that was crazy. I didn't see him last year, but I watched replays this week, and that was crazy what them drivers had to deal with.
I know why the umbrella was invented. It wasn't for rain. It wasn't for rain. It was for the sun. It was to protect yourself from the sun. That's how the umbrella was invented.
Earlier he showed off his medical.
Dave says, my interest in March Madness died with Michigan getting beat. Mine when Arizona got knocked out.
That's all I'm getting at. Umbrellas are handy.
You know, Jeopardy's looking for a new host.
I can only do the $200 questions. Past that, even round 2, I struggle.
If it's about sports, I'm in trouble.
All right, pace car pacing the field. They'll open up pit road on this time by, I believe.
Well, this changes the game, but yet it's still a battle with all those guys here in this final stage on when they wanted to pit, and then now who battled out for that track position, and then now we'll see the race up the hill in turn 1 after this group hits. These are all the guys, most of your regulars that stayed out to grab those stage points for the season-long points.
We are stuck on 7982 on the subscriber count. Stuck.
And their pit stop under green. So these guys pitting now gonna have a
I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to make it to $8 grand during the stream. I thought like a 25-26 pickup was easy peasy.
It was very positive, and they're making another one right there. You see the adjustment in the 4-tire stop. Meanwhile, the one of Sam Mayer, our stage winner, they said, all right, we got that. We're sorry we had a transmission problem earlier. Let's go out and have some fun now. We got some points.
I saw that, Thomas. I got a real good buddy that's a Kentucky fan, and he was devastated.
The left and right quick enough for him. Gets too sloppy when it doesn't. The 7 of Justin Allgaier, second gear. It will not stay in there, so he is not even using second gear of that race car. Another transmission.
Allgaier having another issue with the transmission.
We're going to Richmond, Martinsville. Josh Berry looks like he raced his car at both tracks.
All right, cars coming off pit road. We'll have to wait for the field to go by before they can bleed in.
Martinsville got his first career win there a season ago, and you can see the work going on the 18 here. All right,
Wallace stopped on pit road as they work on that 18 Dr. Pepper Toyota Supra.
This is the boys in the Fox Sports 1 booth. You got us. Right on, man. We're proud of you for staying out there and grabbing that stage. Now what's your plan?
I guess just stay out of trouble is the biggest thing. I mean, we're so far back now, but it's worth it for us to get those points because we've kind of gotten a hole with our luck. recently, so.
All right, so Algier showing as the leader, Riley Herbst showing in second, Chastain third, Allmendinger fourth, Austin Hill has that 21 car up to fifth, Noah Gragson makes his appearance in the top 10 in sixth, Labby the Canadian in seventh, Jeb Burton eighth, Brett Moffitt ninth, Landon Castle in 10th.
This is Joe Graff Jr. You cannot do that.
Uh-oh, someone took a jack out of the pits, the 08 car. We head to a commercial break. 53 in the chat. Dave says, bring on the hockey playoffs. Pretty excited, man. The Kings are looking pretty good this year. Kings are looking pretty good. I'm sure I'll do some Kings playoff action here on the channel. I'm sure I will do some Kings games because I have a nice setup for the Kings as well. But the big thing coming to the channel is Dodger Baseball. Dodger Baseball is the bread and butter of this channel. Seem to get the most support on them Dodger streams. So we will start off with opening day. And if the last two seasons were any indicator, we'll probably do more than 60 games here on the channel for the Dodgers. Ty Gibbs now showing in 28th. Thomas says, let's go Gregson in that 9. Dave Hines says, go Leafs. Do you know, Dave, have you ever been on Hot Take Hockey's channel? He does Leafs games. He does all hockey, but he really does the Leafs. He's a Leafs fan. Great channel for hockey here on YouTube. One of the featured channels. Here on Valhalla Sports Talk. We've had 5 leaders in this race. The 92 and 16 are tied for laps led at 13. 7 lead changes, 2 cautions, both for end of stage. We're 1 hour and 26 minutes into the race. Average speed now 76.080. The last lap speed that was fast was 86.349. Daryl Hole says, show the top 10. I'll do whatever I want, Daryl. It's my freaking channel. Dave says, no, I haven't. Hot Take Hockey on YouTube, man. Big Leafs fan. Probably one of the best play-by-play guys I've ever seen on YouTube in any sport. Howard says, I remember staying home from school to see opening day at Dodger Stadium. All right, let's get back to it, y'all.
Team data and all the things that we look at as drivers, we're trying to gather information. Which lap is this? How did he do that? Who's on better tires? But it's still all about corner exit. And Allmendinger was able to lay down the power there and drive away.
All right, so they've cycled through these pit stops now. It's Chastain, Allmendinger, Gregson, Hill are your top 4. 15 laps to go in this race.
Which is not very quick. It's very technical, and trying to hit those lines just right, and you saw AJ just get the launch out of there. That's where a lot of times made.
Everyone should be.
Daryl says, sorry, didn't mean to be rude. I know, dude. I was just messing with you anyway. I was just messing, my man. Algier, Herbst, Chastain, Allmendinger, Hill, Gregson, Labby, Burton, Moffitt, Cassell. Your top 10.
Oh, this is good. This is that emoji where you put the popcorn in.
Here we go.
It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be the angry face is what this is.
So there'll be 6 wide going into turn 1, but only 2 wide coming out. Who will survive? All Chevys up front, y'all.
Yeah.
Green flag, green flag.
All the players are up front.
Man, it's Chevys 12, 13, 14 deep.
The hill instead of looking at the cars.
All right, coming out of turn 1, it's Chastain with the lead, but Allmendinger's giving him all he wants. And Allmendinger goes to the lead.
Chastain gonna get beat with him?
Here we go.
Just give it to him, I promise.
Going in the S's.
Chastain's car's been a little
Chastain right on Allmendinger's tail.
not across it, but I expect more pressure from the 92 right now on the leader.
We saw going into the S's there. AJ was a little bit offline. He's still
Just 15 to go, but it is almost a 3.5 mile track, y'all.
serious. Leaves Ross right on his bumper, leaving the corner. You know it's going to be a big.
Daryl, Ty Gibbs is way down there in like 20th last I saw. Let me find him for you. But it's Allmendinger in the lead, Chastain second, Gregson third.
A couple of years ago.
Ty Gibbs showing in 22nd in that Toyota.
Either one of them.
One of only 2 Toyotas in or near the top 20.
Threw it in there to hold that position as the leader. I expected more of a challenge from Chastain, but there's more opportunities.
Dave says, I remember as a kid, the big trip for the year was our grade 6 class opening day to Tiger Stadium. Tiger Stadium was a cool old ballpark.
See that ghost car element, right?
All right, Chastain now.
This section of the course.
About even with Allmendinger.
Noah's back there saying, keep on racing, baby.
Yep, Noah Gregson just kind of watching it happen in front of him there.
His stomach's probably feeling better now, right? Because he's got a chance to...
He's got Hill behind him.
Your stomach and all your problems go away.
So,
bad turn there by Chastain.
Figured that to protect himself, and then the 9 got it.
Went way too wide.
It really built that gap up for AJ to where now he can breathe.
Gregson trying to find a spot to pass Chastain. Again, Gregson not feeling well. They gave him some medication for dizziness.
I feel like it's so important to take control of the race. AJ's been able to do that.
There goes Ty Gibbs through that turn. Kind of out of control there. Runs off track.
You can't run the big arcs and things you want as we got a caution for debris.
Yeah, I relate that back to when I was...
Daryl says, where's Cole Custer? Cole Custer is further back there because he got a penalty on pit road. He's showing in 25th currently, 15 seconds back from the leader.
Until you can get spread out and get away. There's some of the debris that we might have found.
Oh, we're under caution, y'all.
Coming to the front straightaway.
The car's in one spot. That's what that is.
Rusty Wallace going to bring out the caution.
Today for some...
At least on the screen, right?
Caution's coming out to...
He's not in the race. So the 8 was around, as was the 15, I believe.
That speeding penalty. AJ Allmendinger leading. Ross Chastain, Noah Gregson, Austin Hill, and Jeff Burke.
All right, so we're headed to another commercial break, y'all. Headed to another commercial break under caution. 13 laps remaining in the Pit Boss 250 from the Circuit of the Americas. Daryl says, because me and my son are Sure fans. $11 Chevys in the top 11, y'all. First Toyota in 12th is Parker Klingerman. And then your first Ford is Ryan Sieg in 15th. Ty Gibbs up to 17th. Cole Custer showing 25th still. Riley Herbst in the 98 is in 29th. And Bubba Wallace now still showing on the lead lap, but showing in 34th. Let me scan down. That'll mess up your screen there a little bit. Josh Berry, the last car on the lead lap, he's showing in 36. So 2 cars in trouble here. Will Rogers, 14 laps back. Bailey Curry, 20 laps back. We're under our 3rd caution of the day. Debris in turn 9 due to a wreck, a little spinny-roo. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Back tomorrow for NASCAR Cup Series action. I usually go on about 30 minutes prior to race time to chat with the folks out there in YouTube land. And there might, like I said, be a surprise F1 stream tomorrow if I can figure that all out. But maybe not. I might wait till the next race. Megadeth going to be in concert in Tucson, about an hour north of me. All right, let's get back to it, y'all.
It starts going up the hill, and then you get the braking zone, and then you get.
What's up, Daniel McKeon?
Trouble, and then you go through some lefts.
Thomas says I'll be here tomorrow.
Trouble all through there, and then I get to the far end of the racetrack. I got trouble over there.
This is that interview with Gregson where he basically says he has trouble on every part of this track.
I still have trouble there. I'm like, to the end, I'm gonna do it, and I get to the end of the.
Gregson's sporting that massive mullet there, y'all.
I keep my laughs in. Sorry. So basically, outside of turns 1 through 20, hello, Gregson's got this place figured out, huh?
He's at the third right now. It's like, can't be that bad.
I think he must be feeling better after he got the nausea medicine. But anytime you're running up front, you're gonna feel better. But that's a hilarious description of a guy that's always still trying to improve. It's self-deprecating humor, and Noah's one of the best for that.
We're going to get a restart here with just over 10 laps to go. Who do you like, Allmendinger, Chastain, or the field? Which route would you go in this situation?
57 in the house, y'all. The Pit Boss 250 from Coda in Austin, Texas. It starts tomorrow at 12:30 my time, T-Van. So it's 3:28 here right now.
The field has plenty of options, like what we saw earlier in the truck race. The leaders take each other.
So 3:30 Eastern time, I believe.
And I think the field is rooting for Chastain to beat Chastain so that the 16 and 92 go away, and it opens the door for all the others. Restart when we come back to Austin, Texas. Glad to have you with us.
All right, so right to another commercial break. They're saying the restart will be after this commercial break here. We got 58 in the house. I just saw 13 laps remaining in this race. Again, just shy of a 3.5 mile road course is what we're racing on today. Takes just about 2.5 minutes to do a lap. Dave says, I wonder if those people that bomb that oil field where the F1 race is tomorrow will do anything crazy. You know, I didn't know that's what happened. I knew that there was some angst this morning about racing there, but I didn't know why. And apparently there was a bombing in an oil field there, huh, in Saudi Arabia? I did see an unbelievable wreck today by one of the Stewart car, or the Haas sponsored cars on that track during qualifying. Unbelievable wreck. Kenneth Terry says, hi, just checking in on my lunch break from work. I've been working weekends lately, but still have time to watch the stream when I get home. I'll be off next weekend if you will be doing Richmond. Yep, we'll be doing the NASCAR race next weekend. So looking forward to seeing you there, Kenneth. It was a missile attack on the oil fields there. I'll have to look that up. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I'm kind of a newsaholic. So we are about to get back to racing here in the Pit Boss 250. Our third caution of the day has us under yellow. Stream-wise, we stayed right at about 50 in the chat. I'm really trying to get to 8,000 subscribers, y'all. Last time I checked, I was about 23 away. Kenneth says, I'll be here then. Thanks. You're welcome, buddy. All right, let's get back to it.
Place bound to get weird down in Austin. See who can outlast the rest of the first road course race of the season.
So the Echo Park
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Grand Prix tomorrow for the Cup race, 3 Eastern time.
And the Fox Sports.
So 12 o'clock my time.
S1 with race day at 2.
I think I might have the wrong time on my
Straighter right there and draw a little.
scheduled stream there.
Now our Xfinity fastest laps of the day. Ross Chastain.
All right, so they're showing 12 to go.
No surprise. Allmendinger is second. Sam Mayer is up there.
12 to go as we are about to go back to green flag racing.
Undertaker.
1 hour, 38 minutes into the race.
Oh. WWE thing.
All right, the pace car is down pit road.
You gotta help me. You gotta help me.
Allmendinger, Chastain on the front row.
Driving a hearse at the front of the field. That is not acting.
Too wide. When they get to turn 1, they'll be about 5 or 6 wide. Green flag at Coda.
Lane got a good job.
See some wheel spin from the Ross Chastain to get going there.
Ooh, we got him.
Smoking the tires in there.
Smoking the tires out there where Gibbs was at. And what a mess coming through turn 1. But out of it all comes Allmendinger with Chastain behind him, Gregson in third.
Ross did a good job getting back to second there. He didn't have the best of launches in the restart zone and able to get through turn 1 and 2 to be able to.
All right, Labby in 6th for my Canadian folks out there. Labby is in 6th.
He's all over him.
Yeah, that microphone in that corner is gathering up all the tire chatter. It's awesome. This is turn 8, all the way to the grass. These guys don't even care about the curve. Turn 9, this is that launch. It drives down through 10 and into the passing zone. But right now, Dinger is definitely.
It's amazing how many of those little drones you see that Fox must use for their coverage now. You see them flying over the track.
Here from Austin Hill.
That 21 looking at the 9 for third.
Who knew Jeb was a road racer? He has really managed his day quite well.
And it's fun to watch. These drivers are getting better and better as they make laps. The drivers that you thought were.
Uh-oh, we got a car around. The 28 around again out on the racetrack. He'll get it back underway and we'll stay green with 11 to go. It's Allmendinger, Chastain, Grayson, your top 3.
Make more laps. They get closer and closer to.
Labby has dropped down to 8th.
Right, the guys that have more laps at road courses or.
Just King 27 says go Labby.
You get more laps, you see the field get closer.
Somebody drove it on in there. That was the
LeBay.
Yeah.
So that's big for him, too.
I guess I'm saying LeBay's name wrong, or else they're saying it wrong. But he went straight when he should have turned there.
And you see the Gallagher spin.
Big run from the top side. A little bit too high, though.
Jamie?
How about Austin Hill early on?
11 to go.
They got that fixed up and he told
It's Allmendinger, Chastain, your top 2.
course racing. I think if we hit our marks, we'll be there.
All right, Austin Hill gets past Gregson.
Right now, this is the best his car has been all day.
And now Burton trying to put Gregson down another position as well.
In the truck race.
Ty Gibbs showing in 13th, y'all.
In an Xfinity race because he was second.
Another one off the track. The 2 is off the track.
Sheldon Creed.
Creed gets it back going again.
It just tells me there's 10 laps to go. The intensity level is risen even higher. That you gotta go. And right now there's no give and take. When someone sends it down in there, they're not lifting anymore. They're not gonna give.
All right, so Allmendinger with about a second lead over Chastain. Hill about 2.5 back. Gregson almost 4 seconds back.
Chop the curving and try to max gain for your lap time. And then when that mixes together with somebody on a different plan, that's when those passing zones ends up in contact and guys go around.
Tough break for Alex LeBay. We saw him go wide last time.
LeBay.
And make a pit stop. So man loses a ton of position.
So LeBay had to pit. So now he's way down there, y'all.
Elbows out and you're laying down.
LeBay now showing in 35th.
Those top 2 kind of spread out. And you're not seeing that back and forth right now. This is, you're pouring everything into the race right now. And see, throwing it in there. Makes the pass.
Here's another guy who was disappointed last week, leading a white flag lap in his home race to Tucker, Georgia. And I know their expectations for today were very low because road racing is just not his thing. If they can find their way into the top 10, huge victory.
53 in the chat. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of Xfinity Series racing. The Pit Boss 250 from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. AJ Allmendinger, your leader.
Let him live.
Gotta give room.
He has now led the most laps at 17. And you see something's about to happen on the track.
That's where you have that sixth sense to know that dude's coming in my door if I pitch him. So I need to swing a little wide and use the excess rate.
10 to go.
Good move there.
Our overlay showing us a caution is about to happen, though. It's just a little bit ahead of the telecast, y'all.
51. Veteran driver made the playoffs a handful of years ago when he got his all-day career.
Caution is out. Rusty, bring out the caution.
Debris once again, so we'll get a restart at around 6-7 laps to go.
All right, this caution for debris on lap 36.
Heat cycle on tires. Everybody's kind of sized each other up to see where they're running better.
Mr. Nobody checks in and says, hey, Valhalla, how was the Dodgers game last night? I didn't go, man.
Keep the car clean, buddy.
We didn't go.
Be a whole lot more to that between now.
Changed their mind and didn't go. I watched it on TV just like the rest of you.
Allmendinger leading. He's led 18 laps today. Chastain second in that category.
It was a sellout. I kept going back and forth. Did we want to spend the money? Did we not? And then it sold out, so we didn't make the drive up there. $51 in the chatter. We are under the fourth caution of the day here in the Pit Boss 250. 9 laps remaining. They'll probably get this thing back going again at about 6. All right, Rusty, park the caution flag car. Mr. Nobody says, oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I kept going back and forth. Do we want to go? Do we not want to go? And then I said, you know, if we go up there, if we drive all the way up there, the Dodgers will sit half the team. And then they played everybody. Everybody played. It was Urias that pitched. Freeman hits his first home run. Will Smith hits a home run to tie it late. Yeah, that sucked. I figured if I'm going to spend the money, I'd rather it be for a game that meant something. It ended in a tie. The game ended in a tie. But it was a sellout. I don't think Machado played in the game. If he did, I don't remember seeing him. All right, 58 in the chat. That's our high for today. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing, the Pit Boss 250 from the circuit of the America's Road Course in Austin, Texas. If you're new and you like what you see, you think I'm doing a good job, hit that subscribe button, give the video the old thumbs up, and turn on them bell notifications so you know when we go online here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Maybe I can go next Saturday for Dodgers Giants. Maybe. I doubt it, though. They've been running old cars at Rockingham, says Larry. So we've got 8 Toyotas leading this, or 8 Chevys leading this race. I wonder if any of them will pit here. You would think some of them would. So the Undertaker will be driving the pace car tomorrow.
Gonna be the grand marshal of the command.
The Undertaker.
Hey, I made my way down here to the stadium area. I'm looking forward to seeing some bumping and banging here. This is a really cool view. From the pure volume standpoint of the racetrack, this is where you can see the most action as a fan, as a spotter. I can
Mike says Dodgers Angels.
all the way down the long back stretch into turn 12. I can see all the stadium beautifully. This is the best seat in the house if you want to see some good racing. One thing I've noticed on my short time over here, turn 15, every other car is diving in there. It is laying on the door of the outside guys. So I expect that.
So with 9 to go here now, 9 to go, it's Allmendinger, Chastain, Hill. I do not think they've gone by pit road yet. There's like an amphitheater there in the middle of this track here.
I'm curious.
I bet you they have concerts there.
Fans, when you come up there with that headset on and a Fox mic flag.
Yeah, I think they thought I was Joey Logano until they realized I wasn't a pure athlete and I was out of breath climbing these stairs. So, one thing that the average fan doesn't really think of, when you're in a grandstand situations like this, if you miss a caution, the fans stand up and point. They get your attention. So, a lot of places like this, and even short tracks that we go to, it's amazing how much you go off what the fans' reaction is, whether they're cheering or whether they're pointing or whatever.
All right, so pit road is open. Most of the leaders stay out, but there are some takers on pit road.
To defend yourself from the wind.
So you got a few pit in here. This is putting on your last set of tires. You're going to have to go through the whole field, so it's going to be very hard and challenging for these guys. But this is a shot for them to maybe make something happen.
59 up in here, up in here.
Running in the back, got nothing to lose. Let's let her rip.
Ty Gibbs.
All right, Ty Gibbs on pit road. He's got some damage to that 54 car. They're hammering on the hood.
Stickers when things got out of balance. And what do you see there, Jamie?
Exactly. They're
Bubba Wallace on pit road.
There's 7 lap scuffed tires that just went on at 54.
All right, subscriber count 7983.
You see that hood crumpled up? They put that bear bond on there.
So 17 away from 8,000.
What's going on though? I mean, they could. Some of these guys put together a run here. If they keep it clean, keep your momentum up, and dodge.
Mr. Nobody says Dodgers versus Giants is the next to last spring training game before the Blue head up to Anaheim for Game 1 of the Freeway Series and exhibition play. Hey, Valhalla. Holla. To Skeptic 936 for that $2 super chat. He says, hi, Valhalla, channel support from Northern California. Thank you, Skeptic. Appreciate the support, my man. Mike Cedillo says thanks. But thank you so much, Skeptic. Hey, you fixed my member thing with that super chat, Skeptic. It was reading 0 and now went back and shows 18.
I don't know. It could be a pickup issue. It sounds like his fuel pressure gauges bouncing around.
Yeah, that's the best.
But my subscriber count says 7970. That's not what it says on the deal.
Race of the year, and there could be some trash in one of the pickups that's holding up progress.
The best news for him is...
So 5 leaders in this race. Allmendinger has led 19 laps. There's been
it looks like it's, we have some more time here because of
9 different lead changes, 4 cautions. The last 2 have been for debris.
For a while, and then he had a little hiccup, and they thought something had
Showing 8 to go here.
They brought it down. They said the housing is broken. Axle looks fine, so he's continuing on.
All right, so Labby having issues now.
Top 25 now.
Yeah, I hate that for him. Noted road racer.
Issues now with I believe the transmission.
2 languages, both French.
Rob Parson up in here, What's up, Rob?
Down in the garage, won a Penny Series championship.
What's going on, Mr. Parson?
Mario Goslin. Now, Goslin's got
a little road course racing today.
On the Penty side of things, but you think about what they brought to the
Pit Boss 250 from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, not Kansas City.
Good. Each of them qualified inside the top 10. Ross Chastain's got a real shot to go out and win this thing.
Mike says, who's number 16? That's AJ Allmendinger, noted road course ringer.
Super Mario.
I like it.
That's great development for a team. That's what you want to see in NASCAR. New teams coming in. You have some veteran wisdom within the
Uh-oh, kid playing Ring Around the Rosie on one of the light fixtures. Fell off and ripped his leg on the concrete on the side there, and he's headed to mom. He's headed to mom in his Kevin Harvick t-shirt.
For debris here in this final stint of the race, so let's get a recap of the Pit Boss 250. And this was some action early, including Miguel Paludo in the 88.
All the hairpins are tough, and there's going to be some carnage and bumping and checking up. And just saw the accordion effect right
That
now.
was lap 1. Here we go, teammates here.
Sorry, excuse me.
Out of real estate.
Mr. Nobody says Dodgers Royals tonight at 7:05 for first pitch. If I left right now, I could get there. If I left right now, I would make it maybe in time.
Throughout the day.
From one teenager to another, Sam Mayer, 18 years old, winning our...
Rob says, I hope you liked my picture, man. Now you know what I look like, at least 6'2" and 250 pounds. There you go, buddy. I did see the pic of you and the missus.
Shifting mechanism to see if they can't make something out of it.
You didn't look exactly like I thought you would, but pretty close.
Section tough. Now we got all of this quickie dry that they put down, and that's definitely extra slick when you have all of that mixed into all multiple lines.
I think we're going to check into AJ Allmendinger as we're fixing up.
All right, they're going to talk to Allmendinger, who's leading this race.
Dinger Nation, it's Logano in the booth. You got me?
I got you, the Joe. How we doing?
The Joe.
I'm doing good, but I'm
The Joe.
You are. You got a rocket ship out there. It looks good. These recent.
Mr. Nobody says, what did you think about St. Peter advancing to the Elite Eight? I kind of lost interest, bro, when Arizona got knocked out.
Man, you got a lot of heat on you.
I didn't like UCLA being St. Peter's victim either.
What do you think? You actually think Brock's pretty good? Just a little.
Maybe.
We're doing all right, man. Good green, ag solution. Camaro, pretty good, but we know how these restarts go. Anything can happen, so now we're still.
Dave, Labby fell way back there, dude, and now he's having mechanical issues as well. Ty Gibbs now showing in 35th, y'all.
Keep going.
I'm showing Labby in 28th.
Look at it. Throw in some quick math. What's 6 times 20?
Rob says my shirt covers all the taps.
We got to show respect to the Dinger. Look at this.
He's been incredible in his career when it comes to road course racing.
Larry says Mark found Jesus.
When he was driving in the Cup Series at Watkins Glen, got another win last year at the Cup level, of course, with Colin, the first win for that organization in Indianapolis. And you see what he's been able to do in the Xfinity car when it comes to road racing across the board.
So they're showing 7 to go this time around.
And I know this is a relationship.
It's Allmendinger, Chastain, Hill, Castle. Noah Gregson in 5th. It's still a ton of Chevys up front. Chevys 1 through 8. Parker Klingerman in a Toyota in 9th.
Go toe to toe with Ross Chastain. One thing I noticed about it.
Yeah, he ran off course, Dave. Labby ran off course in a turn. He went straight when everyone else was making a left. And then after that, he reported that he's having trouble shifting the vehicle.
Be the first one to experience it as long as you keep the lead going into turn 12.
Yeah, that's true. Pete and Coach are both doing that game. Coach Plays and Pete McDevitt are both doing that game right now.
Chess match and a gauge of if you want to drive through the quickie dry, get your tires all caked up with
57 up in here.
See how it's developing.
As we are getting into the last laps of this race.
It's going to be slick.
The Pit Boss 250 on this about a 3.5 mile road course.
He's got a shot at driving down into turn 1. So. Hey, Chastain, this is Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Adam Alexander in the booth. You got us? All right, we just checked in with Allmendinger. We have his game plan up here.
So there's quite a bit of toe on the front tires of these cars. Quite a bit of toe. I would say if this is a straight tire, they're probably towed out like that much on both sides.
What's your game plan right now to try to get the W today?
Mr. Nobody's wondering if LeBay is the cousin of Slugger Labby. I don't think so. They said he was a Canadian.
He's a bigger antenna. Let me talk with him as he gets a little closer. But again, now they're starting to double file up. This is where you gotta position yourself to get your tires cleaned up. And
those are some nice-ass RV spaces there at Coda.
She's got a better antenna.
That's right, better antenna. Here with Nick Kennedy, the crew chief for Ross Chastain. We couldn't hear the game plan, or he just didn't want to tell us. So you tell us your game plan. What will it take to beat AJ Allmendinger?
Well, he's been quiet all day, so I don't think he's going to tell you much anyway. He knows what to do here. He's experienced. We've had good pace. We struggled a little bit on the long run speed.
So 1 hour and 57 minutes into this telecast, into the race.
So I think this is
the average speed now 69.080. The last speed 86.349.
2 weeks in a row, but Kyle Letterman right here finished 8th in this car last week.
I think there'll be 6 to go when they take the green.
And what an incredible story this is.
65. That's our high of today up in the chat.
Until Monday.
Appreciate it if you hit that subscribe. Trying to get to 8,000 today. So close to 8,000. About 17 away from 8,000.
Together, You guys go over what the setup's going to be, what you want to work on, what you think's important, all these things. Get your seat right, all that stuff.
All right, Rob says 2 giraffes walking through Africa. Pete will cover that for everyone. Yeah, he does do a lot of streams, man. It's like 3 streams a day at times. Not me, bro.
I love pretty cool. I love what he's doing. Racer stuff. He just loves to be a racer. Give him the wheel, and he's gonna go after it. I mean, I had that happen one time in my career. Was right because
I was really impressed with Atlanta.
And they said, "Hey, drive the Xfinity car at Watkins Glen."
Dave says Alex Labby is from Quebec.
Able to win it.
You and Todd Gordon got it done.
Yeah, me, Todd Gordon. Yeah. So how many Xfinity wins you got at road courses, Joey?
I got 3.
Where are they at?
All at Watkins Glen, one track wonder over here.
I got 2 at Watkins Glen. All right, you got
62 in the chat, though, as we are about to go back to green flag racing as they pull through the turn, and they're headed down the front stretch. The pace car is off.
Watkins Glen. This ain't about us. This is about these guys.
This is going to be a crazy turn 1 here, y'all. There's just 7 to go. 6 to go at the line, I believe. Green flag, green flag.
There we go. Look at this. Everybody just lean into the left.
They're like 8 wide. Allmendinger, first car through. We got one around. Chastain around.
Man, that was the last car that I thought would get spun around.
Chastain turned around. And now it's Allmendinger Hill, your top 2, because Castle 3.
Man, restart is under review. We'll find out what NASCAR is focused on.
All right, they're reviewing the restart.
Wow, these guys are trying to just get all they can out. All these curves, shaving off track time.
6 to go. 6 to go in the Pit Boss 250.
I think we got a blimp view. Overhead. We're back to check restart.
All right, here we go. We're going to look at the restart from the blimp view. One car cut way out.
You see a car trying to go 3 wide in there. Ross drives it in there pretty deep. Everything's looking good. I just tagged a little bit by the 10.
Ross just kind of got run over by the 10 when he slowed up trying to get woed up to go through that turn. Yeah, he got hit right in the driver's side quarter panel there.
It is wild at this track. That's what the track layout was designed for. It's that whole funnel effect and the way the track even turns off to the left in turn 1.
Yeah, it's inviting.
So it's Allmendinger, Hill, Gregson, your top 3.
They're opening up for dive bomb moves like that.
Jeremy Clements in 4th.
Back to front.
Burton 5th. Custer up to 6th. After that penalty, Ryan Sieg makes an appearance in the top 10.
Gregson is 3rd. Clements and Burton.
No sign anywhere in the top 20 of Ty Gibbs.
The speeding penalty has worked his way.
Ty Gibbs showing in 35th on the lead lap, but way back there.
Yet another caution. We've got to step aside. You miss nothing. 5 laps remaining for the Xfinity Series here at Circuit of the Americas.
I headed to another commercial break. Headed to a commercial break with 5 to go. It does. It seems like it takes forever, doesn't it, T-Van? Cohen says Alex Labby must send it. I think he's got mechanical issues, y'all. Let me see if I can find him. Yeah, Labby is way back there in 36th. Yeah, he's the last car on the lead lap. It's Allmendinger, Hill, Gregson, your top 3. 2 hours into the race, they're side by side on Fox Sports 1. I don't know what the timing is between first and second for y'all. I'll get it to you as soon as I can. But it looks to be like about a 15-car lead for Allmendinger. Hockey game going to start in 10 minutes. 63 in the chat. That's our high for today, I believe. Richard says, what happened with the scanner deal that you paid for? So I tried to check it out during the Truck Series race today, and it still wasn't working properly. So I canceled that shit. I canceled it. This is a Viking hat, but I got it because it has the little Valhalla V on it. You're gonna check out, Rob? Your birthday lunch? I thought your birthday was like 2 weeks ago. But happy birthday, dude. Jade Buford is having a damn good day. Yeah, he's up at 9th. Here we go.
The Americans, AJ Allmendinger leads. Austin Hill is second. And for the time being, Jeff Burton is third.
All right, so because this graphic right below me here is usually ahead of the telecast, I will probably go to the main screen with about 2 laps to go.
Yeah, let's look and see what happens. You see 27 there in front of this pack here. He's got more than 4 tires on the other side of that curbing. Kurt and I both this morning were talking to NASCAR about clarification of what that looks like. That is definitely what they told us is not going to be okay.
Okay, so Jeb Burton penalized for shortcutting the course. They'll probably make him do a pass-through.
Right, you want to straight line as much as you can. You'll go faster for sure.
But we've got 4 to go.
A little bit. If you get a little bit off of one, it sends you over on the other too far, and you're 4 tires on the other side.
Haven't seen my dad and kids yet. Now only 7 days since your birthday. Well, hey, you have a good dinner, man. What, are you going to go have a steak?
For that position, so he's just like trying to run like a rabbit. And
have a nice steak?
And made that little mistake.
Maybe some kangaroo poppers?
If he finished third today, I think would consider that a win. That would have been so big for them. And
he's way back there, Daryl.
last car on the lead lap.
He's way back there.
And now we got 51, Clements, shortcutting turn 6. So both those cars in front of this one.
All right, another car just got in trouble for shortcutting the track. Chris Yoder, welcome to the Berserkers. General Thor will be proud.
But a difference-making run when you consider where they fit into the equation as far as
4 to go. Allmendinger leads it by almost 3 seconds over Hill.
Crazy out there.
The 51 of Jeremy Clemens gets a penalty for shortcutting the course, and he'll have to come to pit road.
And look who's going to be up well inside the top 5. Cole Custer now. He's way
Cole Custer up to 6th.
But should we get another
Bubba Wallace in 23rd. Ty Gibbs 24th.
chance to win this thing? Oh, for sure he needs another caution. That's the only way.
Thomas Prince says the lotto is 70 million Canadian, numbers 1 to 49, and we'll buy a ticket and me and Valhalla pick and 5 others, 10 million each if it wins. Anyone want to try?
Second decision, your adrenaline is up and your heart rate's up.
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
All these guys are pushing hard. And that's the highest from hearing from the producer that his heart rate has been all day.
Yeah, Labby now showing 2 laps down. He's probably going to be a DNF.
What's up, Coleman?
Yeah, hey, we're just talking about Cole Custer and the run he's making here in these last handful of laps. He's doing a very good job of managing,
Will anyone get up there to challenge the Dinger?
In case we do get one of these late race cautions.
Still nearly a 3-second lead over Austin Hill. Jeremy Clements, though, who's in 3rd, is almost 10 seconds back. So this is Allmendinger's race to win.
The 9, the 31, 48. He's given them respect in their season-long ending standings. So it'll be interesting to see how quick he can get around the 51. It looks like it's happening right now. If we get a quick caution right now, I think that could be AJ's run for the checkers.
Yeah, you're definitely right, Coleman. And if I'm Custer right now, knowing that Cummins is going to make a penalty stop anyway, just get out of the way.
Mr. Nobody's asking, how much is that in American dollars?
If I'm Cole, that's what I'm thinking. But it is always, as a driver, you think, well, maybe.
Thomas says Canada is tax-free.
It's not going to happen.
So the only racing going on the track is that group right there for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Not the only racing, but the big race.
Let's give some love to Austin.
Allmendinger just checking out in this one.
He's a rookie for Richard Childress Racing. Second last week at Atlanta, running second today. This will be his third top 2 in 6 races. That's really nice stuff out of the 21.
And the races that he hasn't.
Yeah, that Austin Hill driving that old 21 car for Richard Childress Racing, a car that Harvick won with a number of times in what then was the Busch Series.
Situation for him to come out of the trucks, jump in with RCR. It shows he was ready for the transition of jumping up.
Lance Snyder, another guy that's running really good for Jordan.
Dodgers versus Royals on MLB Network tonight at 7 p.m.
Late last week, he had land on the front row.
Maybe I'll do that.
Got spun out and really got no fruit for his labor there, but he's in position for a top 5. Sam Mayer.
Thomas says we need 7 people to pick numbers 1 to 49.
Back inside the top 10. Some really good stories there as you go 6 on back.
And we really didn't call much of this. If you remember at the beginning of the race, the hitters that we thought were going to be really fast in this thing, one was AJ.
Thomas says I'll buy a ticket.
Thought he would have a shot to win, took himself.
So you just want me to pick a number, Thomas? 10.
Cole Custer had a speeding penalty. He's got himself back to 3rd. But
10.
Chastain, the other car that we thought was good, that got spun out. So, right now, AJ is the last of the fast cars.
It's burning up in here.
The rest of them have
burning up.
battled through to get a solid finish.
That's a great point. Everybody that you listed.
This is almost over. 2 laps to go.
It gets back some
You online?
fundamentals. But AJ is one of those.
How's the right left?
All right, Ty Gibbs up to 18th. Allmendinger maintains that 2.36 second lead over Austin Hill.
Just wants to
the rookie.
To the white flag, so he doesn't have to go through another restart.
Thomas going to pick 37.
He's done everything right today, and there's no reason why I can't fend off another one. That's it with Hill, and then the group that's back there just battling this out.
So 37-10. T. Van picks 15.
He came in for tires.
So what Thomas is doing is building a ticket for the Canadian lottery is what he's doing. He's going to pay for the ticket. So we need 5 more people to put up a number. Dave puts up a 12.
It's really cool on how you just keep battling at these road courses and find the right spots to be when others have trouble towards the end.
It happens in every road course.
2 to go.
You have a final restart, and next thing you know, you're running 7th or 8th. You're like, what the heck just happened?
It's Allmendinger. Hill. Custer has moved up to 3rd. Gregson 4th. Not bad for Gregson. He was not feeling well halfway through this race, feeling nauseous in the car. They gave him some meds. And here we go. Allmendinger bringing it home.
All right, AJ.
I'm going to go to this other screen.
Push it about 90%.
He's good to go. Got 3 seconds. Don't lock him up. Don't miss a gear. Don't click delete if you don't use it.
Checklist items.
I think that 21 might be content. He's 3 seconds back, y'all. Next car closest to him, nearly 7 seconons behind him, is Cole Custer.
And days like today where you cash in on stage points and a good solid.
So Allmendinger wins the first stage.
Happy day.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's probably going to win this race, so a nice points day.
In the Xfinity Series, we had 4 different winners. Last week, Ty Gibbs becomes the first repeat victor. But looking to make it 5 out of 6.
There you go, Mr. Nobody.
Allmendinger looks for his first checkered flag.
You got all the numbers you need, Thomas?
Let's see turn 11.
I can't stress how good AJ is enough. Not only does he have speed, but he cycled himself to the back after they won the first stage.
All right, Allmendinger approaching the end of this race.
Not a mark on it. Not a mark on it. He went through the whole field and didn't hurt his race car. So he's got racing knowledge and speed. That's why he wins this thing.
And we talked to him on the radio.
Downshifting, I believe this is the last turn.
Gotta protect this car. I gotta work.
Nope, still not the last one. All right, so Thomas says the numbers are 3, 10, 12, 15, 16, 37, and 48. Well, there you go. I hope you win a bunch of money there, Thomas Prince. I hope you win a bunch of money.
Solid execution off turn 15. We got Craig still now. 16, 17, 18. There's like a quadruple apex through here to the right.
He was running full-time in the Cup and won there.
68 up in here, up in here.
Retirement. Then he's running part-time for Matt Collick. He said, I'll go full-time.
Every time I think it's the last turn, it's not. There's still more.
The last year, And he's about to get his first win of 2020.
All right, last turn. AJ Allmendinger is your winner.
Allmendinger does it at Circuit of the Americas.
At the Circuit of the Americas. Allmendinger first, Austin Hill second, Cole Custer third, Noah Gregson fourth, Matt Snyder came out of nowhere to finish fifth, Sam Mayer sixth, Brett Moffitt seventh, Jade Buford 48 car in eighth, Miguel Paludo, who turned around early in the game in the race, ends up finishing top 10, and Sheldon Creed finishes 10th.
Come back backwards.
Oh, right on, Thomas. Appreciate it. I hope you win it, dude.
No, he is.
I hope you win it. Dinger Nation with the win as we got 70 in the chat. Hit that subscribe button before you leave, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow for sure for NASCAR Cup Series action.
His emotion is going to be incredible.
Entertaining race. It's kind of different. Those cautions take forever.
But you saw Matt Collick there, the owner beside Chris. He's invested as well. He's not a distant owner. He is here in a part of the game virtually every weekend, and you hear the camaraderie and the family atmosphere that they have created.
That Colleague Racing, they've come out of nowhere, man. You hear about them every week.
Culture being so important. What I see from the outside looking in, I don't know much detail from the inside, but from the outside looking in,
Thomas says he needs one more person to pick a number.
Team guys work together. The drivers actually work together, and that's really hard.
One more person to pick a number between 1 and what?
There's an alliance there, right?
Between 1 and 49 that hasn't been picked.
In about 2 hours from now, that whole Colleague group.
If I can pick another one, put the 4 in there, Thomas. That's Harvick's number.
Hanging out. I saw this at Road America last summer. They all get together as a group on a Saturday and hang out together like family.
And look at the top 10. Austin Hill second. His third top 2 of the year. Cole Custer battles back from the...
All right, so Childress goes over to congratulate the winning owner.
Mayer, after winning stage 2, comes home 5th. Myatt Snyder gets a 6th place finish. Best run of the year there. Brett Moffitt, 7th. Really good
So,
for him.
in the top 10, it was all Chevys except for Custer, who finished in 3rd. Other than that, the entire top 10 was Chevrolets.
With Buford putting on tires and coming back up, so congrats to them.
AJ's wife, Tara, who's Mrs. North Carolina. Does that make him Mr. North Carolina? But I think
I believe so, of course. No.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Mr. Road Course, the Dinger, Cat Daddy, because we know about their cat tickles. Mr. North Carolina, the man.
Dinger Nation. He's got.
Yep. Echo Park Automotive, Texas Grand Prix from Coda tomorrow.
Just need to call.
I think it might be 12 o'clock.
He took care of business.
Mr. Nobody. I know I might have the wrong time on my deal.
And today was no different, and the way that you can absorb as a fan or as an upcoming driver, these are the races that you want to just watch that one car all the way back through, and that's the 16 car.
I thought about this yesterday during practice. How much pressure for AJ in these races? Because it's just
good day for Chechi.
He's going to be the guy. Sometimes that creates confidence. Sometimes it creates some anxiety and pressure, right?
Oh, for Chevy. Gotcha.
You earn that title by doing things that AJ did today. That's what I want.
All right, let me see where we ended up on subscriber side.
Opportunity. You just ran down the top 10. Those cars aren't typically always consistently in the top 10.
So 79.85. We're still 15 away. 15 away from 8,000.
These races, but yeah, Dinger, there's no way he's got the anxiety level up at all. His heart rate is probably below 100.
Look at him out.
And by the way, this is a Dash for Cash qualifying race. So next week in Richmond, 4 drivers going for $100,000. AJ, of course. Austin Hill, Noah Gregson.
So the top 4 race for $10,000 next week.
What the heck would he do?
So Allmendinger, Hill, Custer, and Gregson.
Does he still live with his parents?
Thomas says I'm going to go with Logano tomorrow.
He'll have to share, right? Come on, bud, pay up. We supported your racing career.
Mr. Nobody says I have it at 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central on Fox.
That is great. Colleague Racing started as a single car operation.
All right, so here we go. Allmendinger getting out of that car and then jumps into the arms of Ty Gibbs.
And the winning, it never gets old. AJ Allmendinger. Regan Smith with our victor today.
All right, interview.
And we see the celebration. Team President Chris Rice giving AJ a hug. We'll let AJ get his helmet.
Dave says, there you go, Thomas. Take the 22 as the last number for Logano.
Close to a perfect race as you could possibly have. You've had some great road races before. This one's got to rank right up there.
Yeah, it was, I was hard on myself yesterday. I was not happy with where I put ourselves that I made for us. But this new Trinag Chevy was...
So that's Allmendinger's 7th Xfinity road course win.
I had to drive it a certain way. But Action Industries, they filter everybody. That allows us to do this.
Thomas says he's going to do that. He's going to go with the 22.
Series on. Chevy, everybody. My wife, because she's got to put up with my whining every night about how bad I'm not, I suck. So, Mom and Dad, I love you. Tina Tickles.
I like Allmendinger, man.
But, honestly, it's all these men and women here at Coda Racing, between the cup side of it and the...
No, I don't think I've ever seen him in an open wheel car, T-Van.
Busting their tails. That's why I'm so freaking hard on myself sometimes.
I'm telling you, I looked this morning, though, and it is crazy the views that people that do F1 streams get. The number of people, like 1,000 people in the chat on every one of the channels.
Boston Hill told me that if they hit their marks, you could run with AJ and the boys up front, and you did, coming up just one.
Thomas says 6 of us will split the money, and the 7th goes to the boss, my wife. There you go. That's fair. The COO over there in Thomas Prince's house when we win the Canadian lottery tonight.
This piece and bringing it here. I've always felt like I could get around road courses. I felt like I proved it last year in the trucks, winning at Watkins Glen, and it just kind of built the confidence and momentum going forward to this year when we come to road courses that we can get the job done. So.
All right, y'all. So it's 4:13 here, and I'm going to get out of here.
And I was,
Mr. Nobody says you're right. It's 3:30 Eastern. So
yeah, I mean, it just shows that we
3 to 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 12, 12:30, and I go on about a half hour early. So right about noon tomorrow, y'all.
He was just doing some things a little bit better.
Dave says the Dinger was pretty dang good in open wheel cars.
Debrief and look it over.
He's just got a good personality most of the time.
On these road courses, but I love road course racing. We kept it clean. There was a few things that happened on track. I got a little frustrated with some other guys. But all in all, we were able to rebound. Andy did really good with the calls on pit road and everything. And
oh, it's on Tuesday. Okay, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait to be rich until Tuesday, chat. The 6 of you that are involved in this thing on Thomas Prince's dime, we'll have to wait to be rich until Tuesday.
In Austin, Texas. Next up, we're short track racing in Richmond.
I can wait, though. I don't need it till Tuesday.
Saturday afternoon, we're live on FS1.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, Thomas Prince. Appreciate you.
Series race day on FS1 at 2, over to Fox at 3, and then we're racing on the road course at Circuit of the Americas. It happens at 3:30 Eastern Time.
All right, y'all, so that's going to do it for the Pit Boss 250. Sat right around 50 for most of the day in the chat. Didn't pick up many new subs. But, yeah. Had fun calling it. Looking forward to seeing them cup cars out there. Looks like we got some rugby on Fox Sports now. Utah versus Houston. A little rugby on Fox Sports 1. T. Van says, I've been a fan of Dinger since he raced the Champ cars. All right, that's going to do it, y'all. I don't know if I'll jump back on here for the Dodgers tonight, but you never know. Turn on notifications so you know when we go online. Dave says it was fun in here, but time to go to the hockey game. Have fun, dude. Check out that guy I told you about, Hot Take Hockey. Hot Take Hockey. He's a big Maple Leafs fan. Mr. Nobody says Scherzer and DeGrom will be on the mound tomorrow for Cardinals at Mets. All right, but I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Got to go give me a soda pop, find what we have for dinner. But be nice to your neighbor, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow here on Valhalla Sports Talk. For now, Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air.